up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's Conquest. For brunch, or a your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
Hello and good morning. Oh, I should probably close that door so that my wife doesn't get mad that I'm yelling and screaming, probably right under her head on a Sunday. There actually, I think, is a playlist thrown on Spotify. I believe that Moonborn has a playlist there of all of the songs that he has put together and he has compiled. You'd have to tag him on Discord, and I'm sure he'll get you where that list is. You think that I would know it. You think that I would have any idea what is going on in that department, but the music here is his thing. I do find myself humming along to some of this stuff sometimes. So I could definitely see myself listening to it, which is a little sad, you know? All right, whatever. Close that up. So today we have the raid just kicked off last night. We're going to try to get through that. It is last brunch of the month, and I'm going to join that voice chat in just a second, and we'll see if anybody joins us in that regard. TW is going on. It is not a TW Hero Day. It is actually, well, as of last night, was a semi-competitive TW, but they definitely have a much, much, much higher win rate than us. So I do anticipate that this is going to be one that I'm ignoring. And what else is going on? Conquest, right? Conquest. We do have to finish. We do have to finish that. What I have going on later today. We saw Project Hail Mary last week, and I'm probably going to go again later today. We're going to go to the IMAX at the Palisades Theater if anybody wants to join us with my in-laws. It is a fucking good movie, and it is a damn good movie, and I'm going to be going again. When is the wife going away again? The community needs to know since they get their thirst trap. Well, you have Vexatron for that, right? Vexatron is really the greatest thirst trap in this community. I don't know the next time that she is going away. I know as we get into summer and back into fall, she has to go more while they deal with the upcoming year's Christmas season. Yeah, man, it's a great movie. It is. There's a guy at work who's been saying constantly, he goes, oh, it's the jaws of this millennium. It's the jaws of this decade or whatever it is. And I'm inclined to agree because it is damn good. All right. That's enough chit chat for now. Let's hop in. I'll join over here in case anybody shows up. I'm going to make sure that this can be heard. Nope, that's the GAC stream. Where is it? Here. It always takes forever to show up. Oh, because I'm in the wrong one. That's why. Let's switch it out to the other one. There it is. And let's look for it. Man, I wish that Streamlabs made this shit easier. Must be great to watch me. I don't know. All right, let's just figure out what's going on in game. If somebody joins me, I'll figure it out at that point. if you had the money to pay for a subscription, pay for a subscription to what? To Eggs OnlyFans? Let's see. Let's see what TW is going on. Let's turn on sound. People give me shit for playing with sound, but I only do it for you guys. I promptly turn it off any other time of the day. What the fuck is this? Oh, all Ahsoka's in the second wall. All right, nobody cares. Oh my god. Can we do this with Leia? Let's just do it to say that we did it. Radis, and where is she? Jin Erso. Oh, my buy me a beer page. Yeah. I'm redesigning all of my my charts on there too, and I'm super excited about that. Something with crit damage. It has some nifty new features. Let's go with, I don't know, this one. Like custom stuff, being able to do custom values and everything. So I'm excited, but it's been a lot of work putting it together. Yeah, last night. Last night I was like, oh, we might win this maybe. This morning, no, we're not gonna waste any time on TW. We're gonna do this one battle, just say that we did it, and then we're walking away. But we had 3 cupcake wars in a row, so I'm not really that mad. Our last 3 TWs were all like the easiest possible TW a single guild could ever get. Killed Radis. Crazy. Get rid of you. That's what I get for putting on auto. You can show you 2 washing up liquids. I guess so, but the idea, Xander, is that you would be able to put in your own values to figure that out. What if the guild is married? Then it would be a poly relationship within the guild community or something. I think. I don't know how that works. Where is Discord? No, Discord. Okay. Did I participate yesterday in the events? What events? User? This event? This event? I looked on your account too. You did this event. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Some other event? Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the No Kings protests. A lot of people were participating in that. There wasn't really anything going on in my area, but I saw a lot on Facebook. Some family members had posted. Hey, Sin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Nobody can hear you yet because I have to fix the audio source, and I didn't want to do that until I was like, oh, somebody is actually here. But it's not. Why is this specific audio source not showing up? Why is Discord gag stream Egnards saving people? I was about to tell you to maybe you can hear. Keep talking, Sin. I don't know why people can hear you, but they can apparently hear you. Yeah, I don't know why, but it is how I didn't expect to see you this morning because you weren't sliding into my DMs.
But I don't usually.
That's fair. That is, I guess, fair. Not anymore. They can't hear it anymore. Keep talking.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
okay. We got it. We
Maybe
got
I
it. We
was
got it.
just
We got it.
quiet.
Nope, it's working. It's working now. Nope, I got it. I was playing with the
Okay.
sources. All right, now my sources are set up. We can all pretend that I'm a professional for a minute.
You left that for
Oh,
you.
man. I'm assuming that flour is gone.
Flower is gone because I am back at work for the next couple of days. She will be back on the 8th.
Okay. All right. And she's gonna say hi to us.
It's 4 a.m. I'm insane. She is not. She sleeps.
No, no,
She's
no, not
normal.
not today. I'm on the 8th. On the 8th.
She'll
Or
say hi
is that a
before that.
Sunday? Before that. So she okay. Because you do understand that our Discord community is obsessed.
I will relay that to her.
Okay. Just making sure that we understand that.
No, I do
Ye-
fully understand that she is just better than me in literally every imaginable way.
even when it comes to rosters, apparently.
I know. I know.
All right. Well, you hit us as we finished TW. We're gonna go in and you know what? I have it as doing the raid first, but we're gonna do Conquest first because Conquest is low effort and I can talk during Conquest and not focus. So let's do
Conquest is
Conquest
so
first.
gross.
Yeah, how are you doing with it? It ends tomorrow.
I'm at Gold Crate, and I'm gonna stay
Okay.
right there.
So listen, when we talk about endgame guilds and like my guild and doing stuff like that, Gold Crate is fair. I don't need
And
people to get it in 3 months.
I think I can
I don't.
still get it in 3 months, even with Gold Crate.
I mean, you can if you buy the pass and shards or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't necessarily expect, and a lot of endgame guilds don't necessarily expect everybody to get it in 3 months unless you're like a super tryhard guild. We really just expect that people put, some degree of minimal effort into it.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to relay to you yesterday and the day before and the day before that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And like, tickets, getting just tickets done on any particular day.
I usually do.
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't usually have somebody over.
I don't know. Some of us with somebody who's at our house every day, we just kind of learn to adapt to that. And we can ask the chat actually. We have 30 plus people in here. And Sin yesterday missed their tickets because they had, in I think your own words, you said a beautiful lady at your house.
I just had a pretty lady, thank you.
Pretty, okay, sorry. Beautiful, pretty, very similar words or synonyms. And I had said to you, tickets takes 90 seconds. Get your tickets while you're pooping. And then we called you a tandem pooper.
It's no you.
The royal we.
There's
So the
no
question,
royal we here. It was all you. You're just making shit up.
actually, Zavor did post a picture of a tandem toilet, so I think that they were.
He did not, because he was like, I couldn't do that to Flower. I could do it to Sin, but I couldn't do it to Flower.
No. He posted the tandem toilet, but I said it was a more depraved tandem toilet, and he said I couldn't do that to Flower. The more weird tandem toilet I had in my head. But the point is, the question I have to the people in chat I don't know. Do you expect people to get their tickets every day? And when you typically have I don't want to say because not everybody's in the same situation. When you have a busy day, do you still say, hey, I'm going to get my tickets in because it takes me 30 goddamn seconds to do it? Just curious about that.
It depends on what I'm busy with and like the level of busy.
All I'm saying is that most people poop once a day. Most people.
I was not even thinking about this godforsaken game. And
Raid,
I feel
yes,
like that is,
studio.
I feel like that is a reasonable thing, given that first off, the game sucks ass, but second off, again, I had a pretty lady over. You
I mean,
can't even fault me for this.
that is here's the deal, right? It's I when I was in Korea, I got my tickets. On the day I got married, I got my tickets. The day when I was at my dad's funeral, I got my tickets. I didn't do my other shit. The other shit takes too much time when life is busy, right? And I've said to people in my guild, go enjoy your day or go deal with your family. Take a pee break, get your tickets. Wake up, get your tickets. That's all I'm saying.
Here's
I
the
don't think I've
thing,
ever
right?
missed my tickets, ever.
Here's the thing,
While
right?
sucking
Is like
ass, get your tickets,
if
as Xander would say.
if the game was in a better state, I probably would have thought about it. At least like for half a second and been like, I should get my tickets. But it's not. And so I was
All,
like, wow, I don't mind, I don't care if I don't even consider doing a fucking thing in this game.
all of this is very fair. And in your current guild, I don't give a shit what you do. I'm just preparing you. I'm
And
preparing you for the
also,
big leagues
my
because you
guild
want to play the big
did have,
leagues.
my guild did have heads up that I would be just completely fucking gone.
But I'm preparing you for the big leagues because as much as you think I hate you, I want you to succeed with us. The
You hate
Sleeping
me.
Gungalorians. For those of you who don't know, we have left our alliance. We have quiet quit. We walked away. And now instead of the Awakened Mandalorians, we are the Sleeping Gungalorians. And I am stoked about it.
He's so happy about this. Let him have this, guys.
I am so happy about it. Actually, McClunky started this in like January. He posted a bunch of pictures on our Discord, and I've been slowly trying to push the guild towards it since then.
I know.
I changed our guild tag to Gungalorian a while ago, so I am pumped.
And I love that for you.
Thank you. When you get old, you need something in your life, something that keeps you like on, something that keeps you busy and going. And sadly, stupid things like that are mine.
I'm going to send that clip to your wife.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Speaking of my wife, I posted this on Discord yesterday. I think you saw it, but just so that everybody else knows, that company that sent weed drinks to my wife for free sent her more. Sent 2 more cases just for fun. They were just
Holy
like,
fuck.
"Hey, we're sending you 2 more cases. Have fun with our drinks." And she does post them on Instagram. She does get but she's not an influencer. She doesn't have thousands of people that follow her. I can't imagine the bottom line of this company went up when she posted these posts. But they just keep sending her these fucking drinks, and I guess I'm there for it.
I mean, hey, you get weed drinks. Right.
I just wish I had a corporate sponsor.
Also, you'll probably never have flour on for brunch because I always work like Saturday into Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna have her over while I'm working because that's cringe.
Well, I am going to give her a special tag that gives her access to a different voice chat, and she will always be allowed on brunch, no matter where she is.
She's always asleep at this hour because again,
okay.
she's a normal human being and it's 4 a.m. But I will make sure that she's aware, and you can also make sure that she's aware.
I know. I know. I like to stem my tags to like not annoy people too much. You know, there's a bit and then there's also a line, so like you can't cross the line of the bit, otherwise it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. No.
Uh,
Also, doesn't care. She fully thinks it's funny as shit, and also not a bit. And I love that for her because it's not a bit.
it's, I love the fact that she doesn't know you well enough to know that everything is a bit. You want to see a Gungan Mandalorian? I've got you covered because McClunky posted this on our Discord server. And
No,
oh,
wait.
it's
It's
zoomed in.
important
Hold
to
on.
understand that she does fully understand that everything I do is entirely unserious, and I am not to be taken seriously at any given point in time. She just doesn't expect that from literally everybody else. And that's fine
There.
because that's like a reasonable thing.
Well, she'll get to learn. She'll get to know me, just like my principal in school. He's been here for like 2 years, and he's finally starting to understand how
If it's
I
funny, you
operate
do it.
and how I tick. If it's funny, I do it. Um,
And I have fully explained to her that we are the exact same person in that regard. If it's funny,
except
it happens. No matter the cost.
it can completely upend my life, and it doesn't matter.
It's a-okay as long as it's funny.
As long as it is funny. That's true. Are we considering joining a new alliance? No, we are not. Actually, Phil wanted us to join Sigma. He's like, "Oh, you guys should join our alliance," and I was like, "That's fucking stupid." We don't have a need for alliance.
It's big ball.
we we don't have a need for alliance. Alliances are good for specific purposes. Alliances are great for guilds that need help recruiting and for that back and forth mobility. I have never relied on the Awakened Alliance for recruiting. We have 2 people in our guild that came from a different Awakened guild, and both of those people have been in our guild a long time, but neither of those were required. They were both kind of favors. We're like, okay, sure, I guess we'll take them. But I do all my recruiting myself, so we have no need for an alliance other than to have a giant Discord server that tags me too often, and I don't need that at all in my life.
These are great when you're a low to medium end guild that is receiving help, but when you are at the
Yes,
upper end,
yes.
the alliance offers nothing to you, and you are just the person that is asked for help, and that is fine. But also, like, I do understand people just being like, "That's fucking gross," and I don't want to deal with that.
Well, yes. So we were at the top of the alliance, and there was a point when we were in the middle, and even when we were in the middle, we never, like the moment that I was brought on as an officer, the guild stopped needing help from an alliance because I had no shame and I had no problem contacting people. And this is before I was posting on Reddit and before I was posting or on Twitch. Like I had no problem talking to people in game. And I had no problem getting people into the guild. And that was like 5, maybe 6 years back. So
Okay,
it has
we get
been.
it. You're a big deal.
No, this is way, way, way before anybody knew who I was. Way
Okay,
before
I
that.
get it. You're a big deal. We
I'm
understand.
I'm a medium deal. I'm a medium. I'm
Medium deal.
I'm the value menu at McDonald's. When am I joining call? We're not joining call. We ain't joining shit. Now that we have yeah, go ahead.
I said, when are you gonna let me in?
I told you. So our deal was when you meet all of the check marks on that list, I guarantee you will be the next person in. When you hit more than 50% of those check marks on that list, I will put you in serious contention depending on who leaves, right? So if like a 15 million account leaves, I can't get you in on that. If
Right, you have
it's
to
one of
replace
our
the
13
15 million. That fully makes
Exactly.
sense.
If it's somebody around like our bottom mid, then I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll let you in. But when you hit all of those things, I will 100% put you in, no matter who is replaced, as our next person.
Leia's going to
That is
R8. She's R6 now.
that
Lord
is the
Vader is
brunch
R7.
guarantee. When am I joining? Well, listen, user, now that we are the awakened Gungalorians and we are named after Gungans, I don't think I can
Sleeping
ever leave.
Gungalorians.
Sleeping. Oh my
Sleeping
God.
Gun-
Fuck. I'm still. Oh, man. I'm always nervous about using the wrong pronouns, and now I'm using the wrong guild signature. It's the same fucking thing. Fuck. I was setting you up there with like, for you to shoot me down and call me a fucking moron, but I'm fine. It's okay.
I called you a fucking moron, but that's fine.
Only thing you find good in Alliance is it's easy to move guilds without needing to look for one. Yeah, I mean, look, Alliances, I have nothing against Alliances. I do not. I think that for a lot of people, it is very useful to be an Alliance. We had no benefit, and we had no benefit for like 5+ years at this point. And we were just at a point where it was taking our toll, and I was receiving messages that were annoying constantly, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, and it was a waste of my time. And the other people in our guild leadership agreed with that, and we decided we would do it. And it actually was a lot quicker than we thought, because my guild leader put in a ticket at 11 p.m. one night, and like 30 minutes later, it was changed. When people have money.
You didn't reach out to meet.
Oh, I 100% reached out to Meathead, and Meathead was like, he checked for me, and he was like, I actually don't have that permission. Like, I don't have the ability to do that. And I think the reason why I don't have that ability to do that is because they don't want people like ignoring the bureaucracy and wasting their time reaching out to me. But I 100% went to him first. I was like, hey, buddy. Didn't work.
Makes sense.
Thrawn, yeah, that's the state of guilds right now, especially in TB, is needing a lot of R9 teams. And there are still a lot of people who are in the mentality of the old game and like keeping things at Relic 7 and pre-Relic Delta days, and it becomes really hard. And a lot of people during my last recruitment phase reached out to me, and they were like, hey, I think I'd be a good fit. And these were like 13 to 14 million accounts who had 2 R9 teams. You know, and that's
requirements.
They were all requirement stuff, and it was like, great, you seem like you'd do really well in another guild, but I need people who can do Relic 9 combats.
And I'm so sorry for this Xaver, but they play like Xaver.
They bitch and moan on Discord constantly. I love them too.
They play like the minimum Relic game.
Yes, which you can't play, especially in Relic Delta. And I know, and I still call him Zavor. I don't give a shit, but I know his guild gets maxed crate, so he has plenty of Relic materials.
Yeah. And he's still just so scared of relicking things.
Yes, he 100% is. Easily. What's the churn in my guild right now? The churn, I will tell you that since Era's released, our churn rate has been about 20%. I have replaced about 20% of my guild in the last 2 to 3 months, and it's very frustrating because that's not the normal case. Normally,
I would. 22%?
It wouldn't be you making it 22%. It would be someone else making it 22%.
Well, okay. I mean, I would. Well, no, I would be making it 22%. Actually, I'd be the 22 to 24%.
Well, no, not unless I booted someone specifically for you, and I don't boot people unless they actually suck ass. Well, I
No,
guess
but
not
like
actually suck ass. I don't care what they do in the
if you
bedroom, but like
if you go
figuratively.
down a question, if you go down a person, right, you still have to replace them.
Yeah. Correct. But what I'm saying is it's not you that would be making the churn rate to 22%. It would be the person leaving making it at 22%. Or I guess collectively the two of you. I don't know.
One of us would
I
do
don't know.
1%, be the other 1% because
It's
that's
fine.
how
We could
percentages work.
we could split the difference there. But usually our churn rate is like I would say like 5%, you know, like much, much, much less. I might replace one person every 2 to 3 months, but it might be like 3 people in a month and then like one person in the next 6 months.
By the way, also raid info when?
I'm firmly believe that raid info will happen at the end of the era.
You hate
I
us.
firmly believe end of the era is when you're getting raid info. I've said it multiple times.
You hate
I know
us.
it's boring. The news cycle is very boring right now, and it really sucks. And in the content creator sphere, it's really tough because there is nothing to talk about week to week. You know, like I went on Three Scoundrels on Thursday. We had nothing to talk about. When I do
What do you
Zeta
mean the era
Protocol,
challenges aren't like thrilling and riveting to you?
yeah, there's nothing to do in them. You know, well, I guess they're not even open yet, but it's like there's nothing to do in the era challenges. It's like, all right, press the button, and if you're high enough, you win, and if you're not high enough, you don't win.
Yeah,
I
that's not just
just
to you.
no, it's not. There's not. I'm frustrated by the whole news cycle, and before I was rudely interrupted. Um, I think the problem is, I mean, there's multiple problems, but I think one of the problems is that in order for a game like this to exist, and I know that they're making really good money, I don't want to say that you want to keep your content creators happy because a lot of content creators have really shitty takes and they're fucking morons, Phil. But you do want your content creators to be in healthy discussions and constantly talking about things in the game because you want them bringing in new people. And especially like
You
when you
want
have
eyes on the game.
Scribe, you want eyes on the game, but like you have Scribe and Arnold doing this raid challenge right now, which means that there's raid players watching their streams. And those raid players can be converts to Swugga players. But when there's
Because they're so
nothing new to
similar
talk about,
games.
well, raid is
And
Swugga if you hate yourself.
yeah, no, Swingo is just better in every imaginable fucking way.
When I was doing raid for raising money for the computer, I really did learn to appreciate this game because like they have simming, but in their simming, it's like watch the game play itself. No, it doesn't run by itself. Do you hate your phone battery? Because we hate your phone battery.
It's like playing on full auto all of the time instead of just instantly done.
Yes.
And that's
Like,
gross.
and it's so terrible in that. And I don't like merge mechanics at all. I really hate merge mechanics, but in general, there is a pretty good game there if they tightened up a lot of time commitment. But, you know, what they're doing is working for them. So I'm not going to say they should change things because it does seemingly work.
Well, they're turning it into Fortnite here in like very short time.
They're changing it into Fortnite? What?
They're doing whole fuck tons of crossovers all of the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so we talked about this a few weeks ago here. Um, one of the benefits to Swugga is that it is an established IP, and
And a
that means
massive
that they
one.
have a ton of stuff to go off of. But one of the
They're
benefits of something like Fortnite, like Magic the Gathering, like Raid, is that they don't have an established IP, and they can do that. They can say, hey, we're going to do fucking Ninja Turtles. You want Power Rangers? We're going to bring you fucking Power Rangers. And that's exciting for players who, like, don't give a shit about the lore of a game, and it doesn't matter if Minnie Mouse is fighting next to the Black Power Ranger next to Donatello, like, whatever. It doesn't work here, obviously.
yeah. I think people here would lose their fucking minds if we got fucking Ninja Turtles before we got some of the characters that we are currently missing. And they would be right to do so, because that would
They
be
would.
fucking insane.
You'd be like, "Where's my Bail Organa?" Like, Bail Organa is I think the most ridiculous bastardization of a missing character right now in this game.
Right up there with Darth Plagueis. Where the fuck is he? What are y'all doing?
I don't care about Darth Plagueis in the same way the rest of the community does. I know people love him. Darth Plagueis to me is like, it's like the Fallen Order of the Star Wars games, where everyone else loves it and I just don't get it.
You
I don't know if
hate
you've-
Star Wars. I get it.
Have you read the Plagueis book?
No.
Okay, so you circle jerk on
I
Plagueis for
don't
no
care
reason.
about
Then.
Plagueis. I just know that like a fuck ton of people do care about Plagueis, like a very, very big deal.
He is a very popular character. I read the book. I read it in the last couple of years. It is
Bane was also on that list until he finally came to the game.
yes. My thing with Plagueis, though, I don't understand the love of the book. It's not a terrible book, but most of the book is like a business primer. It just feels like this is Star Wars, and we're gonna fully explain business in Star Wars. It didn't feel like lightsabers. It didn't feel like Sith. It just felt like, the best way I can explain it, and I've explained it before, there is a book called Belinda Blinked. It is a very pornographic book. It was written by an old retired Englishman. It is terrible. They did a podcast called My Dad Wrote a Porno about it, and it is basically this weird erotic porn, but every like chapter, they spend half of the chapter talking about selling kitchen supplies because she's a business lady. And it's the weirdest mashup of two things, because there'll be business meetings for no reason at all, and then some kind of weird porn thing going on. And that's what Plagueis felt like to me. It was just a lot of talking merchants, and it didn't feel like a story was moving along. It just was like explaining galactic banking, and I was not there for it.
And that's fair. I am not a person that has read a whole lot of Star Wars books, so I will defer to you on that. I do
I
spend
don't read
my
I
time
don't read a
reading-
lot.
I do read a good amount, just not Star Wars.
I don't read a lot of Star Wars books. Most of it is crap from what I've heard, and if you ask the Star Wars fans who read books, they'll tell you the ones that are really good. But every once in a while, you just need a dumb read. You're just like, I need to tune everything out and read about lightsabers.
Like Heir to the Empire. That is good Star Wars reading.
Heir to the Empire is good Star Wars reading, and so is the New Thrawn trilogy. Timothy Zahn
And the other
did the
new
same
Thrawn
thing.
trilogy.
So there's two New Thrawn trilogies. I like the one that replaces Heir to the Empire. I think it's a really good trilogy. The
You talking
prequel
about
trilogy,
you talking about Thrawn Alliances, and Treason? Yeah.
yes, I think that those are the ones that like set up his backstory in the Empire.
Yes.
The second set, the sequel to that, or the prequel to that, I guess, I didn't
The
like as
Ascendancy.
much. And I'm on record as saying, when it comes to fantasy books and sci-fi books, I have a hard time relating to them, because I understand you're not going to name your characters like David or Frank or like Steven. But when you just mash up random letters and I can't even remember character names, you've lost me.
It's hard to get attached to those characters.
When you cannot pronounce the character, you've lost me. When in Thrawn, they have like a family name, and then whatever name all combined together. So when 10 of your characters all start their name with myth, you've lost me. When you use that name half the time, but then like their nickname the other half of the time, and I'm confused, you've lost me. And that's how I felt about the Thrawn prequel books.
And that makes sense. And I don't disagree with that actually at all.
So that's like, I feel like I'm a consumer who should love sci-fi and fantasy, but a lot of the times I am lost in authors who don't think about like what they name things, and you're just like, what the fuck is that? You just threw a
It's
Z, a
hard.
Y, an X, two G's together, and an I, and said that's a name.
It's hard for me to get attached to a character when their name is just bullshit and I don't remember them other than them having a fucking absurd name.
Yeah, the guy with the stupid name. Or if you have like in a real life story, if you have somebody named Brian and somebody named Beth and somebody named I don't know, another B name that's not the same as those ones, Brandon, right? I can parse those three names and I can say, oh, they're very different because they're names I'm familiar with. If you have weird conventions because you're setting your world in some other random sci-fi world, don't give me 10 names that all start with the same letter, because I can't parse those, even if they're fundamentally different. I can't do it because they're not names that are on the tip of my tongue like other in the real world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So long story short, I don't read a lot of fantasy or sci-fi.
Did you ever read the Aragon series?
I have not. I didn't grow up with Aragon. I know a lot of
Ooh.
people who have,
Oh,
but
that's
I
so
did not.
cringe.
I didn't read the
That's
book
so
written by
cringe.
a 14-year-old.
It
I don't
was
even
a.
think I've seen the movie.
Don't ever mention that film to me again.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it other than there's dragons or something.
Yeah, there's dragons. It's super cool.
How are we talking about stupid names and Jar Jar hasn't come up? But you know what? Here's the thing. Jar Jar is a great fucking example of a good name. Of a good name. Because it
And it
makes
fits
no
his
sense in
character
the...
so perfectly.
It does. It's like stupid, but it's
It's
in the
memorably.
conventions of English, it's easy to pronounce. It's easy letter conventions, right? It's consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, right? It's letters that would normally go together. So the name
Jar is
works.
a real word.
If you had made it like Jhare, Jhare, and said, no, that's Jar Jar, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see. Look at this bitch Shadow coming in with the super chat and not even popping into voice chat to say hi.
Yeah, what the fuck, Shadow?
He's going to come in and say, I'm tired. I am tired. Where are pirates? Like, I didn't sleep last night.
Last night? Bitch, it's still last night for me.
Is it? No, it's
It's-
not. It's like 5 in the morning. What are you talking about?
And I haven't slept yet, so it's still last night for me.
Okay, that's fair. I do agree that if you haven't gone to sleep, it is the same day. So I will give that to you.
Only if there is intent to sleep. Otherwise, we do accept a day transition at what, like, a reasonable day transition would be.
Okay.
Like, if I didn't intend on sleeping after this for at least a couple hours, I would be like, yeah, no, it's fully today. But I do, so.
Okay. All right. That's fair. You just wanted to see me for brunch.
Yeah.
It's fair. I appreciate that.
I try and make brunches. You hold them at ungodly hours, but hey, whatever.
You know, some of us have a flower for life, and we want to make sure. We want to make sure that our own flower is content.
I sure hope Flower is content.
I think
I
she is.
will also fully say that at numerous points in the night, like over the past couple days, I did fully just kind of like leave and relocate and start working on things.
Because you were like, I need my space.
Because I'm just a restless person and sleep doesn't come easily for me.
Oh,
And I
for
was
that.
like, I fucking hate like just not being productive.
I completely agree with that. My brain is constantly working. I'm constantly thinking of the new thing, the next thing, that what can I work on to keep my brain going.
Right.
4 to 5 hours of sleep, that's literally all I get ever. And that's not a, I've seen people be like, it's weird when people brag about not sleeping and not. I'm not bragging. I hate it. I really do hate it. I wish I could like go to bed at 8 p.m. on a day I'm tired and not wake up at midnight. But that is the curse.
It's just like a thing. It's not even bragging. It's literally just, oh, this is how I function.
Yeah. Yeah, and you still, that's true, Zap. Still didn't get tickets in.
Yeah. No, I usually, okay, here's the thing is like, I usually don't play the game between the hours of like 9 p.m. to like 6 a.m.
Okay.
I'm like, I could. Right, here's the thing is I very much could.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. That's it.
Oh, I thought that there was more to that. Hey, Henry. I don't know what mad truth I was speaking at the time when you came in, but I will.
I think
will
probably
agree with
the book and name
the book stuff.
things.
Yeah, it's one of my big things. It really is. Which is why. Well, I used to read a lot, and I've told portions of this story before, but when right before COVID, my wife and I, we both got like we found out about Libby, and we started like renting a lot of books from the library. That was a point in my life where I was reading like 40 to 50 books a year. Just like every night I'd lay down and I'd read for like an hour or two. And then a buddy of mine wanted to do a bad books podcast. And I was like, all right, sure, why not? And he wanted us to read Atlas Shrugged, which is an awful, just terrible book. I still have in my Google Docs, I have 110 pages of notes that I wrote for this book to make sure that I knew what I was talking about.
What
And
the
that
fuck?
book, I fundamentally ruined my love of reading. Like, I was reading 40 to 50 books a year, and after I finished that book, I completely stopped reading for like 3 years. I just could not go on. I had completely lost the spark for it because of how awful that book was. Now I'm trying to get back into it a little bit.
What book was this?
Atlas Shrugged.
Not familiar.
You're not even familiar with Atlas Shrugged?
Not even familiar.
You're not familiar with like John Galt? Ayn
No.
Rand? Oh
No.
my God, Sin. You of all people I would think would know. Oh my God. Go do me a favor, go read it. It's awful. It's the worst thing in the world.
I
Go
don't
read
think I want to do that, given that like my list of like good things is long.
No, go read. I think that you should read. I think that you should read Atlas Shrugged.
I will add it to the bottom of the reading list.
It's one of those books that I say is really bad, but it's also a very well-known book. Like it has its you can tell like college douchebags when that's like the one book that they're like, oh my God, Atlas Shrugged changed my life. Which often happens, sadly. The Red Rising series is that I can't tell if people are recommending to me shitty books to be funny or
Red
good
Rising
books
is
to
my
like help
current
me.
read, and I'm fucking loving it.
Okay, so we're being told good books then. All right, just making sure.
At a very minimum,
yeah.
Red Rising is one that I can speak to the quality of. I actually like have it in my lab currently. It's what I was doing before I hopped on a brunch.
Okay. What is it?
All right. So like futuristic, like dystopian worlds, Worlds.
Sin likes Aragon, so they are a fan of terrible media. Atlas
Oh,
Shrugged will be right up their alley.
Oh man, fuck you for that. Oh, who said that?
Oh my god. That was Zap. I love it.
Oh,
Oh, I
that
should
was
probably
fucking
share my screen with
cringe.
you, right? Because that would make your life easier.
I mean, we're not doing things in game that like
That
matter.
matter.
We're
Okay,
just
that's fair.
yapping.
That's fair. Okay, then I'm not. Then I'm not going
Uh,
to.
wow, that was a cringe fucking shot. I'm not gonna lie. Aragon's a pretty fine piece of media. And
I am
furthermore, I
here for
just
that
said,
pot shot.
and furthermore, I said that it was just a thing that had a special place in my heart. I didn't say it was the best thing ever. I just said it was a good thing and a fun thing. And it is. And you're not going to be able to tell me that it's not. And you can suck my dick.
I will
Anyways.
say, as someone who hasn't read Aragon, so I can't comment on how good or bad it is, but there's a lot of, I think some people as readers, they get so pompous that they're like, every read you read has to be this challenge. There is even as an adult, there is a place for young adult reading. I read The Maze Runner in the last year or two, just because at school we have state testing and I needed a physical book, and I went into a 5th grade room and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. They weren't bad books. They're not amazing. I found them to be worth the 3 hours it took to read. There's a lot of really good stuff in young adult if that's what you want to read, and I have no problem with people reading that shit. Hunger Games, still a great book, even if I'm older now. There's plenty of stuff in that demographic.
Yeah, no, it's a fun read.
2 books I need the egg opinion on. Harvest If Stars. I've never heard of that.
I assume that's supposed to be Harvest of Stars.
That's
which
my
I still haven't
assumption.
heard of.
I have not heard of it at all. All the Light We Cannot See, I have not read. I do have a copy of it. It's my wife's favorite book. I actually have a signed copy. I got her a first edition signed copy as a gift. So I do intend on reading it. I haven't read it yet. I've heard it's very good. I know that I think they made a Netflix series on it that she wants to watch, but I haven't read them yet.
What did I have next on my reading list after Red Rising? I want to say it was Children of Time?
Children Have Time or Children of Time?
Children of Time. And Memory and Ruin, and the subsequent book that is yet to come out.
My plan for reading lately, and a lot of I mean quote unquote reading, because I generally will take out audiobooks just because I'm on the road a lot. I've been wanting to get the audiobooks for and I know it goes against literally what I was saying before, but the Warhammer Eisenhorn trilogy, I want to reread those. They do have the same shitty naming conventions, but I did like the books in my formative years. But there's really nothing else that's on my radar right now, because we'll never get a In the Name of the Wind 3rd book ever. It's never going to happen.
You also never can get the A Song of Ice and Fire finale.
I gave up on that years ago. So many years ago. I don't even care anymore.
Go to the author.
I literally do not. I stopped caring about Game of Thrones after I think whatever was it, Winds of Winter was the last one that came out.
I don't fucking know, dog.
I think that was the last one that came out, and the 4th book, which I think is A Feast of Crows, I don't remember. The 4th book and the 5th book are literally the same exact book, but told from different characters' perspectives than the ones from the 4th book. So you waited 8 years for this book that's just the same exact shit. And
It's literally the exact same book.
It is. There's like it goes a little bit further, and I just stopped caring at that point. Zap,
That is fair.
my trick with audiobooks is you have to be like in a middle amount of distracted. I cannot fully pay attention to an audiobook, but I also can't be fully distracted from an audiobook. So
Like
for
driving.
me, driving is the perfect. I am paying attention to something else, and my brain is focused on driving, but I have enough mind power to be able to say, okay, what's going on in the book? I could not sit here and listen to an audiobook, but while I am driving, it is like the perfect activity.
You know, it's an audiobook that I recommend, but I'm usually not an audiobook person. Keep this in mind.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary. And I do specifically recommend it as an audiobook.
So I actually was talking to somebody yesterday about this who watched the movie, loved the movie, had not read the book. They want to read the book. They're like me. They do mostly audiobooks because of time and driving often. And he was saying that he had heard that the narration was like really solid.
Really, really fucking solid. Yes.
I've heard the same thing. And I might reread it or, quote unquote,
Re-listen to it.
Well, I read it before, so it wouldn't be a re-listen, but reconsume. I don't know what the correct phrasing would be. But
Consume the audio.
It was a very good book. Oh, I should pay attention to what's going on in this battle, huh?
No.
I wasn't paying attention to my stacks. Henry,
No.
when it comes to narrators on audiobooks, I agree with you. I've listened to audiobooks that I hate. The Last Murder at the End of the Universe, Stuart Torton. I love the author. I love his books. We talked about his books, I think, either on the GAC stream or the last brunch that you were on, Sin. The audiobook was awful. It was like the driest, most boring. For The Last Murder at the End of the Universe, I believe it's called. It's a good book. It's a great book, but I could not stand the narrator.
That's unfortunate.
It is. Okay. 8 stacks. This is my least favorite part of this battle, is where like everybody's under stealth and you're just waiting. Tagging Vader for no reason.
I have an important question.
Okay.
Shadow, where the fuck are you?
He's got to smoke up. He's tired.
Coward.
Dion, I did not listen to the Project Hail Mary audio version, but I've been told it's very solid. I literally just heard it.
I usually hate audiobooks, but I think Project Hail Mary is almost better listened to than it is read.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like an insane thing to me.
No, I mean, because if you get a really good audio narration, it can bring to life the character just enough where you're still imagining what's going on, but also have a better visual picture. But it takes a very specific narrator.
I do currently have you be screaming at me.
Well, that's a day ending in day.
Because I insulted a Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know. She is the high Valerian, and
yeah.
look, Insult, as far as I'm concerned, Game of Thrones, great IP, great property. There's a lot of great stuff there, but it's also really boring. And if George R. R. Martin is like done with it and doesn't want to, if he doesn't respect his own property enough to finish his story, then we can shit on it all we want.
I'm gonna call him Jar Jar Martin from now on because that's what I just
Jar
heard, and I think that's so fucking funny. That's not
Jar
what you
Jar
said at
Martin.
all. It's so fucking funny.
I said George R. Martin because I'm not going to say R. R. Martin. All right, we're loading up. What are we? Clones. Loading up our clones.
Are you doing my beloved Territorial Wars?
No, my territories were about. This is a loss, so it's
Who you facing?
we don't care. I'll tell you in a minute because Hot Utils is loading right now. What is this book car? I'm reading right now. You're streaming in the background. John Dixon's Cars, Hollow Man, Three Coffins, Golden Age, Locked Room Mystery, which is solvable. Challenges the reader to solve by breaking the fourth wall. Well, I'm just reading what GLS was saying because it was curious.
We talking cars like Life is a Highway? Like
But
the Vance channel?
I love that it still exists on Discord, even though Vance isn't there anymore. All right,
And nobody said a thing in it for like a month.
I know. I've been thinking about deleting it because I told McClunky if he doesn't keep it if McClunky doesn't keep it active, I like to get rid of old channels.
No, that's not allowed. I'm sorry.
Keep it active. If it stays active, I am happy to keep it there.
Yeah,
you know what, Ani?
You do have 6 channels that haven't had a single message in them for anywhere from
There's
6
a lot of
months to
channels.
3 years.
And there are ones that I want to get rid of.
Yeah, like the Territory Battle Library needs to go.
I actually am thinking about changing how the Territory Battle Library, because I've been doing these the Google Sheets recently, and we just redid the utilities, and I am now doing the redoing the premium sheets. I was thinking about taking the Territory Battles library and putting it into my utility library and putting a sheet in there for the battles and having links in there and doing it in that utility instead of on Discord to tighten up the Discord a little bit.
Isn't that just like the Rote website though?
Yeah, but the Rote website is literally half of my battles anyway. Like they're my battles.
Yeah, but like why not just link the Rote website at that point?
I did link the Rote website on Discord for a while until the whole like crystal utility thing, and then I got rid of it.
Did we ever reach a resolution on that?
I stopped caring. I think that a lot of the math on their website was not correct, but I think that there was definitely some taking from the math on my thing, and I was also annoyed because the agreement with the Rote website was that I got a credit on the bottom of the website for promoting it and for half of the battles being mine. And I found out that that was removed. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Come on, really? Tarkin's dead. But I do also think that there is a place for having other ways to display information. Oh, fuck. Why am I doing these guys? I have to go back to Tarkin. You know, when I do things, I try to find meaningful ways to do them in a different way that maybe is easier. I would love to do a website that has the Crystal Income Library on the website in a very, very, very specific way. But I'm obviously not a coder. And I've been told by the people who do code that they're like, the way you want to do this will basically take like 10 times more work rather than just coding it. So it's been an interesting journey. Oh fuck! I
Just
pressed the wrong button.
just learn code, forehead.
I can't. I've tried. To do that so many times. I just can't do it. I don't understand code. I will say though, doing these sheets recently, I used to be somebody who could only do basic formulas in sheets, and every day I've learned new cool formulas and new cool things that you can do in like Excel/sheets, and it blows my mind every time. ChatGPT to do, yeah, I don't know if that's the things that I would need. I don't think I can get by on using ChatGPT.
I think you need to use ChatGPT more. I think you need to be taking lessons from Vance here and just utilizing AI to teach you things, because that's
Just to
turned
teach
out
me about
so
life.
well for him.
My wife uses it a lot, and she'd be like, ChatGPT says this, or the AI on Google says this, and I'm like, it's wrong. You know they're not giving you the right information.
You know that fucker is pulling a 10-year-old Reddit post as its source.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before. When our washing machine broke, she kept like ChatGPTing it, and ChatGPT would be like, "Oh, you just need to replace this part." And I replaced like 5 parts on this stupid washing machine before I gave up and called someone. And they were like, "Oh, it's this other it's the whole motor, and the whole motor is off. And we're going to like you need to get this replaced for free because of like this whole thing." So I wasted like $300 to replace something that could be replaced for free.
Fucking ChatGPT.
It was, and it was like, again, it was my wife who's like, "Oh, I looked it up, and this is what it said." There is some cool stuff that ChatGPT can do though. So like when I am in Sheets and I'm like, I want to do this certain thing a certain way, I do ask it and I say, "Is there a way in Sheets to do this thing I want to do?" And it'll be like, "Hey, this formula will work perfect for you." And then I learn how to use the formula. And that is super cool. And I'll be like, "Holy shit, I didn't know that existed," but I'm the one doing the work. It's just saying, "Yeah, you just use this formula and here's how you use it." And I go, "Oh shit. Now I can redesign this whole thing in a friendly way and make it work the right way."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, there we go. That's the whole thing, Adis, is that's why, and I told you about this. I know you're a coder and you do that kind of stuff. I need a framework where I can understand what's going on so that if I need to change something, I can change that thing. And that's what would make it a lot more difficult, as I'm told. And that's totally fine and totally understandable. All right. Okay, good. I love when this comes together quickly. It is an advanced Clippy. It is. Okay. There we go. We're going to throw this on. At least the parts I put in are new. That's fair. Now I have new parts in my washer that didn't necessarily need, but you know what? A lot of home ownership is just learning how to not break shit. Learning how to fix things slightly easier. Someone actually suggested that I should have an Egnards AI.
I agree.
They were like, we could put in all of this stuff and then people can ask it questions. And I'm like, this is actually funny to me. And I kind of want to do it just because it would be so wrong on so many levels.
It'd be perfect.
It would do all of the things that you're too stupid to do.
Everything. I'm too stupid to do everything.
That is true. I have not drained my water heater, and I do know you're supposed to. And I'm very aware that you're supposed to. And
Oh, don't
just-
worry. An AI can help you do that.
no, I just call expensive people to deal with problems for me.
But do you
Ask it how to.
pay for their driver too?
No, I'm not user in Storm. They have a lovely relationship.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are down to 2, and I don't care because that's all I know.
Oh, hi,
Who's that? Is
Shadow.
that Shadow? There he is. What's up, Shadow?
What's up, y'all?
How's it going?
Oh, I'm
Do you like how Shadow only said hi to me? Now we're gonna load up hot utils
Right.
again.
Hey, what's up, Greg? What's up, Sam? Yeah, I'm cooked. I got so faded
you-
last night.
Shadow, did you fall asleep at all?
Yeah, no. I got super
Okay.
faded, then I had wings, and then 2 cut waters. I was out.
Oh, fuck! I want wings now.
I
love
also-
wings.
Oh, fuck.
Let's
You
run
whore.
Bad Batch. Let's run Bad Batch. I never run Bad Batch. Why don't we do it? UB.
Hey, Egg, why aren't you
What?
simming Conquest?
I'm done with Conquest. That's why. You're late to the joke.
Fuck. I thought you were still doing your datacron farming.
No. We were doing the raid. You weren't even looking. What an asshole.
I told you I was working.
Oh, what I was gonna say was to UB. What is it you're trying to teach me in sheets? Because often when it comes to calls during the week, because I do have the week off. It is spring break, but often during the week, because because I have to reload. Often during the week, my wife has the office, and I get kicked out of being able to talk in the office, where I do most of my sheets work, because of the multiple screens. I hate working on my sheets on my laptop because one screen is not enough for anybody.
But you're insane if you have two. If you ask Dimitri.
Look, first of all, Dimitri is one of the dumbest people on our Discord, and I have no problem saying that out loud.
That's right. He's right.
I saw you backwards Beetlejuicing him yesterday, Shadow. Second of all, I never understood the need for multiple screens until I started streaming. I had friends who gamed with 2 screens or 3 screens, and I was like, you're all dumb. Makes no sense. I now understand.
And then you
I
started doing
fully
it, and you're
get
like,
it
it
now.
all makes sense now.
It all makes sense now. Because even for not streaming, it is nice when, like, I'm playing a game to also be able to have something up on a screen. It is so nice.
On your Discord.
Well, sometimes I'll have Discord up, or like when Moonborn and I were playing through the forest, and you're going through the forest and you need the frickin' map up because it has a terrible in-game mapping system. It was nice to have that there, and you could navigate so much easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When I'm at like not a dojo, when I'm at like school and I have to do stuff on my computer at lunch, and I have to do it like on my laptop, it is the worst experience of my life.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Those who can't afford 3 screens master alt tab. That's why, like, I can easily alt tab and go between screens, but I like being able to look at it on one screen. So when a great example for me is right now, all of my premium sheets, I am transferring over to a new sheet that I've redesigned. and I have to copy over formulas and not just copy and paste them. Like, I have to actually go through and like rewrite the formulas. And it's just so nice when I can see it on one screen while doing it on the other screen.
Egg,
There
why do you
we
give
go.
free to play a new Twitch tag? And all those
I don't
tags
know.
you have, you're free to play.
I think oh yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even look at that stuff. I got rid of it because we don't want to embarrass user here.
Yeah, no.
We don't want him to get mad. I should have like Arnold in my Twitch tag.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we go. Also, in terms of affording screens, I'm surprised by how dirt cheap screens are now.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking
Like,
insane, really.
When my second screen died, I was really upset that I have to buy a new screen, and then I saw I could buy a 27-inch for $100. And I was like, okay, I'm buying two. Because, like, that's very cheap from what I'm used to growing up.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We're done with the raid. I have stuff. I see something about Satil. What relic level am I taking Satil to tomorrow, Egg? First of all,
9.
Shadow, what are you
Fuck
doing?
you.
Are you doing R10?
To me?
Yeah, are you doing R10? Because I'm doing R10
Yeah.
Satil.
Yeah, I'm doing
I'm bringing her
R10.
straight to 10. My justification, because somebody asked me yesterday, they were like, why R10? And I was like, well, I have R10s in the bank. I don't know who to put them on. This is supposed to be a Stranger Spider Legs Mall counter. And
Like a hard counter.
most Strangers are Relic 9. Most Spider Legs Mall are like Relic 4 because they're not 5-star yet, but they're going to be Relic 9, Relic 10 in the future. I'd rather just pull the trigger now and get it over with.
That makes sense. That's crazy they asked, though. Why R10? It's like so
Sin,
free.
what are you taking Satil? Oh, you're not, are you?
No, and you know that, and you were doing that just to be a dick.
I
That's
was.
crazy.
I was.
But at unlock it will be R9. It'll only be R9.
R9. So what I've said to people who have asked me is I was like, for Satil, I feel like R8 is the bare minimum.
I think
Nothing below
9
R8.
is the minimum.
You're thinking of maybe full-on Kyber players. I'm thinking about just in general. I think that
Anybody
R8
below
is the bare
Kyber
minimum.
isn't even a real person.
Okay.
And I say
Are
that
you
as a
Iridium?
person below Kyber. Yeah, I'm not a real person.
Okay.
No.
So for me, R8 bare minimum, R9 is what makes sense, and R10 is like your Kyber 1 player. It should be going to R10. No
Or
question.
you
that
really,
goes.
really fucking like Satil.
Or you, yeah, but that's different. That's like, I'm not going to tell people to bring Jar Jar to R10. But I will say that team fucks.
I'm going to tell people to take First Order to R10.
Well, and the good thing is that nobody listens to you about anything.
Hey, at least I made this R10 a helpful one.
That's because you want to get better rewards, and you're like, oh.
No, it fully wasn't. I would have preferred to give it to the other Kylo or to Hux, but I didn't.
Okay. How are you coming on your list, by the way?
I have the mass banks for 3 more R8s, and they'll be here just like right before TB. It'll be the Imperial Remnants.
Okay, good. Then you get to, every time Paw Patrol comes around, text me and be like, fuck you, Egg, when you don't get the good material that you want, even though both
Then
keypads
garbage.
and Droid
At
Brains are good
R9,
now.
they're not going to R9 yet.
Garbage.
Oh, I thought
They're not going to R9.
They're not.
No,
Gungan.
You're taking the R8. You're not doing.
I'm taking them to R8, but not R9 for now.
I think you're taking them to R8 for the Mandalore mission, right?
That is correct. They are on the short
Yeah.
list for R9.
Oh my god.
I know.
A
What
TB
kind of whale?
mission.
Well, no.
That's
So
why you're
Sin
doing
is
it?
Sin is doing it. R9 is part of the plan, but part of getting into my guild is I need more missions in the late days. So I guess you're like, oh, let me get to that TB mission now. I still think they should be R9 as soon as possible.
I am
This is right. You killed the game.
I am
That's TB.
finishing my my Galactic Republic team to R9, which only needs 2 more people at R9.
Okay.
Before I push the Imperial Remnants up, but they are immediately after the JMK team.
Okay. All right. So we're
Because-
getting there.
Yeah, no, it's GK and General Skywalker, and I guess JMK himself also needs it as the next R9s, and 2 of those are Hondo Rex, which is my current farm.
Okay. So you're making. I'm 7. I don't have to do shit. So you're making progress. You're getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I'm actually excited for TB next week because I can feel it. This is going to be the week that we get our perfect phase 3. I'm excited. I cannot wait for our perfect phase 3. I really hope that it's this week because I'm at home, so I will be able to do maximum things without having to rush, which will be really, really nice.
But in 9 days, I will have all of the R7 targets done, and the remaining R8 targets that are not the Imperial Remnants.
So you're making progress, and I told you it wasn't going to take that long. You just had to be focused for just a little bit.
In literally 9 days, I will have over half of that list done. In fact, the only people left will be the Imperial Remnants and Queen Amidala.
See, and I told you, once you get that stuff done, everything's done. You will be the next person on the list. But just remember that things like tickets and stuff like there are expectations. This is an important thing to know, and I tell this to everybody that joins my guild. I handle recruiting. I do not handle booting, and what that means is that if you fuck up a bunch of times, I cannot save you. I am not the person.
Literally one
No,
time.
I tell this to everybody. I cannot say. It's just I purposefully stay out of bootings. So if somebody gets booted, it has most of the time nothing at all to do with me, and it's something that I do not. We have a whole guy who that's his job. That's his one thing that he does is he handles that stuff, and I stay out of it because I'm a sentimental bitch. Who is this guy with the calming voice? I imagine you're not talking about Sin because Sin has been very heated. No. You don't have a calming voice.
I do too.
Like, let's be real. You do not have a calming voice. You do not. And that's not a negative. It's just that some people have calm voices. Some people have very emotional voices. Some people have aggressive voices, passive voices. You do not have a calming voice. Shadow is baked right now. Shadow has a calming voice. Shadow is always like, "Hey guys,
I don't give
what's
a
up?"
fuck.
Shadow, if Shadow were an actor or a voice actor, he would be Shaggy from Scooby Doo. He's like, "Hey everybody, how's it going?" He's the guy in college who wears like all hemp clothing and like the oversized hoodie kind of thing that's all made out of like hemp and like has the hood on constantly, right? Like this, and it's just like, "Hey, what's up? Peace and love." That's Shadow.
Got some
100%.
beanies. Yeah.
Got the beanie on. Always has a hacky sack. He's like, "Hey guys, let's play some hacky sack." Whoa. Or like the guy from the Cabin in the Woods who could make a bong out of anything. I forgot. Is that I don't remember who the actor is, but great
Oh,
fucking movie.
It sounds awesome.
Oh, great movie. And he's the stereotypical stoner, and he's just like, dude, this is a bong, like great. That's Shadow. Shadow has a calming voice. Said a calming voice, not cooked voice. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a really, really short break so I can fill up my water cup, and then we do have some reviews to do. And thankfully, I have Shadow here who makes mostly good roster decisions, and thankfully, I have Sin here to make me look good when I say semi-smart things and they say dumb things.
I do not make dumb decisions. Fuck you. Okay, I make dumb decisions. I don't advise dumb decisions. Let's make that distinction.
Okay. All right. Well,
I generally don't advise dumb decisions. I will advise funny decisions.
I noticed how you went from I don't.
I will also say that this is a very stupid decision when I give like a stupid decision as like a thing that happens.
I like how within the course of 30 seconds you went from I don't advise stupid decisions to I generally don't advise stupid decisions.
It's not a stupid decision if I tell you that like what I'm about to say is gonna be the dumbest fucking thing you've ever heard.
No. Henry, there are two sins, and this is CYN. SIN, sin, makes better roster decisions. But we got to take a break so I can get water.
This is the good
sin. That's
sin.
the good sin. No, that's arguable.
It's not arguable. Right. I'm just better in every way.
And we're fading to black.
Yeah.
Roster reviews. Egnards is having a break and taking a roster reviews. Talking to me that what packs egg should sell to you. Ooh, to you.
All right, we are back. There was some interesting discourse and discussion while we were gone, and Sin was talking over the roster review song the entire time. So now I am in a bad mood because that is my jam.
I was not fucking talking over it the whole time. You told me to shut up, and I did. Actually, suck my dick.
Okay, that's fair. I have a tendency to make people look bad on purpose because it's funny to me. we have some reviews for today. Let's see what's going on. Where is my Discord? Discord is here. Where are my review requests? We have 4 on the docket, but we have 1 that asked me to not do it today because they are not here today. So we're going to hold that one off. We have Dion, who is already up on the screen, and I believe that they are here. I saw them talking, and I answered them before in the chat. I have their thing. All right. Finished top 5, mostly first in fleets for, Assault battles, all CT3 except R7 for Duel of Fates and R7 for Peridia Patrol. Because I have your roster already on the screen and I can see that you're 13 million, I literally fucking hate you. The fact that you have only R7 Duel of the Fates and you are a 13 million account actually legitimately offends me.
Hey, at least I had him before 13 million.
That I feel like it is a requirement after like 10 million. Before 10 million, you're being smart, but after 10 million, Duel of the Fate. Think of all of the R9 materials over the last 2 years that you have not gotten because you do not have R9 Duel of the Fates. Peridia Patrol, not as great. We've talked about this. I still think it's worth prioritizing. Anytime the game wants to give you resources, you should be prioritizing those resources because this game is a goddamn marathon. And that is a problem that so many people just don't fully grasp. They go,
No,
but
Marathon is a different game.
No, it's a shitty game.
True.
Actually,
Fuck
that's
you.
not fair. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Good
But
shit.
from what I've heard, Marathon is a lot like when Bungie, like anytime Bungie starts a new Destiny, and Destiny at release is always shit. So I'm gonna just
You say
assume it's bad.
anytime Bungie starts a new Destiny like it's happened more than once, and it just hasn't.
They've actually started a new Destiny twice, if you really want to be pedantic about it.
They started Destiny
Think
once
about it.
and they started Destiny 2 once. They only started a new
Correct.
Destiny one time.
No, because a new Destiny afterwards, and Destiny 3, Destiny 4, Destiny 5, those are all new Destinies. Destiny 1 is a new Destiny.
Right, but
that's
Destiny
not
2 is not a new Destiny. It's Destiny
It
2.
is.
It's a new Destiny 2.
which is a new Destiny. We're not gonna
No,
argue over this.
no, it's not.
Yeah,
We're
what are we
not.
talking about?
We're not.
We are gonna argue over this, actually.
No,
Marathon
because
is bad.
no.
Destiny's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna shut this down right here. Marathon. I can't say that it sucks, but if it's anything like what I've heard from the Destinies, it probably does suck. But the point is, a lot of people, they go in and they look at their roster right now and they go, oh, it's gonna take 2 years to get a return on investment on this, so I shouldn't do it. 2 fucking years is a blink of the in your eye of a game like this. I've been playing for 9 years. Most of you have been playing for multiple years. Get the stuff that's going to give you more resources. Now, when it comes to era battles, they're not always, they're rebates more than their returns on investment. So you shouldn't over prioritize, but you definitely should look at era battles in the vein of, hey, will this help me? And for me, this time around, it was tier 7. For Cassian, it might be tier 8 and getting everybody to Relic 9, because if I see them as being raid tunes, it makes sense to get them to Relic 9 earlier rather than later.
And now get a TB team from it.
And well, that's the thing. You get 2 TB teams, you get potentially 2 raid teams, and you get the era battles. Well, you'll get the ISB and you'll get Cassian.
ISB doesn't have a TB Omicron, I don't think, and they're kind of looking like ass. So I lied. They do because I
They do. Correct.
But it's
and that
ass.
was redesigned. It
Omicron
was the new stuff on it looks like it is possibly okay. And I'm going to tell you that any new team is pretty much going to do okay in TB. So, but the point is, I might do tier 8 on that era battle because I can see other reasons for it outside of that ROI versus Spider Legs Mall. But the point is always invest in new materials. It just makes sense. Currently working on Balin. Next farms to finish are Malicos, Satil, Jedi Cal. We don't have Jedi Cal. You're 13 fucking million.
You don't have Jedi Cal at 13 million. What are you doing with your era fucking
Dark Trooper,
token?
Moff Gideon to finish the last pieces for 4 teams. Waiting for Mando LST for Paz to finish. Oh my god. Dion, man. 13 million. And we don't have Jedi Cal or Bo. Zetas are
Honestly,
short.
that's
and
impressive.
It is impressive.
He has an
Zetas are
R6.
short.
He has an R6, the IG-12, and Grogu.
Oh my god. Well, he probably did the Kyrotech, the Kyber LSTs on them, but then is waiting. So he's waiting for the Paz Mando LST to finish Bo.
That's illegal.
Zetas are short. Can I finish?
No.
Okay.
Yes,
Sorry, Dion, we can't do your roster review. Zetas are short, and by oh no. Zetas are short, and by waiting, it will get me 2 Zetas for Paz and 2 Zetas for Mando. Makes sense. I have all the shard, and you need the Paz Zetas for that event too. I have all the shards for all Conquest characters, just light on Omicrons. Understand that too. Need to finish 3 GLs, figuring out the order. So we know a 13 million account. Okay, let's take a look.
Looks like
now.
Ahsoka, Hondo, and I can't tell what the 5th one is. I'm being stupid here.
Ahsoka, Hondo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and C. No, we have C. Ahsoka, Hondo, JMK. So no JMK.
I would say Ahsoka, Hondo, JMK is the order to go in there, regardless of what the progress looks like.
I would in a vacuum agree with you, but I want to say progress does matter because, like, let's just in a vacuum say and again, I use circuit boards as just my metric, but let's say you're 100 circuit boards away from JMK, but 2,000 away from Ahsoka, right?
He
That's
does
where
have
progress matters.
pirate. It looks like he's going to Hondo first because I'm looking at all of his relic pirates with a triple Amamaz.
Yeah, I mean that's why progress does matter to some extent, but like for some of them, like if you're a little bit below JMK or a little bit ahead JMK and a little bit behind Ahsoka, then it doesn't matter as much. Then it's like, yes, Ahsoka's going to be more meaningful to the roster. But let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Raid history, we're doing 9 million. That's fair. I don't think it matters. I don't think it's worth reinvesting more. Gear, I did it again.
But he's
I went
doing
to gear
Hondo,
needed.
so he's going there anyways.
Hondo's at 720. Captain Silvo. Is Captain Silvo the Cantina farm?
Yes. As well as Vane, I want to say.
Well, everything else is sharded. It's just Silvo that's not sharded right now.
Silvo's a Cantina farm, yeah.
So 720 on the circuit boards. What are we? Ahsoka. We're actually very similar on Ahsoka. Syndulla's at 6-star. And then we have JMK. See, JMK is at 400. So this is where the progress, I think, doesn't actually matter so much. Your buddies are telling you not to ever get Ahsoka because she sucks. I'm going to tell you your buddies are fucking morons.
Stupid and wrong.
Ezra, a lot of the time, goes with Rey, and that does make Ahsoka not as formidable in GAC. But the Ahsoka Relic 9 event is arguably one of the best events right now for your account. So we have those 3. Balin. Okay. Yeah.
My thought process behind Ahsoka first over Hondo is that Ahsoka will make the Hondo farm easier by giving you those R9 mats.
It will. 100% will. He said he's going after Balin. but Balin might be done because it looks like at the very least we have the requirements done. So we'll check that out in a second. Bo-Katan Mandalore, we know we're waiting on the Zetas for pause.
I
And
hate the
then
way
the
you say
last
Paz.
one.
It's Paz. Fuck you.
You know why? Because I actually had a student whose last name was Paz, and that's how they spelled it. So to me, and this was years and years and years and years ago. So to me, it's just that is how you pronounce that.
No,
Cal,
it's
everybody's at
Paz. I'm so
7.
sorry.
I don't care.
I care.
I don't care. Jedi Knight Cal. Jedi Knight Cal is at 3. Okay.
Jedi Knight Cal.
Balin is at 5 now. Master Qui-Gon. They are still 7. Okay.
Wait. Can I
What?
say something that's gonna like potentially irritate you a little bit?
Sure.
I think you should continue neglecting Jedi Cal.
I don't disagree with that right now. Actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Jedi Knight Cal as a guild farm is an important thing to have, but if your guild is beating it reliably, which is not necessarily hard, then it's not a necessary farm. It's still nice to have that extra for your guild because you're getting that get to, and because just in case there's like a really bad month on those missions, like the time where there was that bug and it was really annoying, then it's nice and it is worth it to do eventually. But now with JML now also losing Revan, the team does lose even more prominence in at least in 5s because you can get away with in 3s JML, Jedi Knight Cal, and either Hermit or Jedi Knight Luke. But I don't disagree with kind of holding off on Jedi Cal right now. It is a lot of Zetas, and there is a lot more that can be done. I say it the same, Egnards. Thank you, Henry. Fucking thank you. I am going to tell you that I strongly feel that your Duel of the Fates is the first thing that needs to be done. You need to bring Duel of the Fates to Relic 9. You have to bring Duel of the Fates to Relic 9. No questions asked.
I would probably say do that before the R9 for Ahsoka even. Yeah,
well, that's why I said first, right? No questions asked.
Yeah.
That should be done first. Get those done because over the 2, 3, 4 months of doing the rest of the plan, that is free material for you. That is free stuff for you. Get it done. Paw Patrol, I would like to see them Relic 9, but it's not necessary right now. I would definitely do your Duel of the Fates first. I do very, very strongly agree that you should prioritize Ahsoka before prioritizing Hondo. And when you do bring Ahsoka to... When you get Ahsoka, you should bring her to Relic 9 because that event is a monthly event. It is a permanent event. It is extra Relic 9 materials. You need to be bringing in those Relic 9s. And your Ahsoka and Hondo are basically neck and neck in terms of requirements. So I would do Duel of the Fates into Ahsoka, into Hondo.
And
into JMK just because he's so close.
Thing about JMK.
Like, to me, JMK is really good, but all he really gives you is that battle, or he gives you like a GAC offense team, but he's lost a lot of what makes him great over the years, and it's just kind of like, well, you're close. You're there. You might as well finish him off. You might as well polish that knob, as they say.
You built into his Rex. You built into his Rex through everything else. You might as well finish him. I wouldn't go out of your way for him anymore.
Yes, you're already there. You might as well finish it. That's 100% where we're going. Balin, I would probably... I mean, your Balin is Relic 5 right now. I feel like mine is Relic 8. I honestly want to bring mine to Relic 10, but I feel like R7 is the bare minimum for Balin, though.
That's a tank. I would even push it up to 8 as the bare minimum.
Mine is R8. Mine is R8, but I just feel like when his requirements are all R7, having him at R5 is kind of nasty.
I guess minimum also depends on like what your use case for him is.
Where you are in GAC, you know, like what your purpose is. We're in Kyber 3. I think you can get away with Relic 7 on Balin in Kyber 3 for a while.
You definitely can. 100%.
Okay.
But it's the bare minimum. Like you should not be lower than Relic 7. I saw Dion, you were like, wait till I get a load of your Gungans. I'm gonna be honest, I love my Gungans. They're not a important team right now. My Gungans fuck. I love them at R10. They do solid work for me. But
This
they're
is
not
just
a priority
LST
team.
across the way at this point. He's got LST in one manual farm.
Yeah. Let's see what your Old Republic look like, because I see you're unlocking Satil. Where's the fucking Old Republic?
Looks like Revan LSP.
So
Nope.
Jedi Knight Revan. I mean, everybody's kind of where they should be. Juhani, you probably are going to want to get up for that team. But
Actually, can I disagree with you on that for a second? But
I mean,
a lot of people are.
Only because you asked, I'm going to say no.
Oh well, I'm going to ignore you anyways.
Okay.
A lot of people are throwing out that Juhani might not have a spot there. Juhani definitively does not in Territory Wars, but it looks like he doesn't have the army, so
it wouldn't matter in Territory
you're smart
Wars,
for that.
Is what you're saying.
You're smart for ignoring
I
Territory.
mean, my way is to let the smarter people figure out the team in that first day. That's how I'm going to do it. I guess I'm just saying, like, be aware of Juhani then. Like, maybe. You're right. I'm going to concede to you that you are right. There is some potential for her not being the person on the team. I'm not saying go do it tomorrow. But I would say, you know, Satil is going to be a really strong character. I would, again, bring her to Kyber 3, a bare minimum of Relic 7, but, like, really Relic 8, honestly. And I would do that short term because you will have a usable team no matter what. Right? In Kyber 3, you'll have something that's usable, even if it's not the best possible team. Malicos has kind of fallen off a little bit. I still use him, but with the current Datacrons, you're not really using him against Hondo. With everyone using Ezra with Rey, you're not really using him against Rey.
He's kind of a Reva counter or unused really now.
You can use the team, but it's not. I don't think it's as priority of a team as it used to be. Same thing, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. It's not really a priority team. By the time you build it up, these Datacrons are going to be gone. I like them for the Mandalore mission in TB, but that's only because I brought the rest of my Peridia Patrol to Relic 9, and it was like I might as well be doing this battle also.
Let me just add one more person to this list so that I have an extra TV team.
Exactly. Let me bring this character up so that I have this team that I'm doing on 3 days, right? So, like, to me, it made sense. Zetas are tough. They're super, 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 super tough. You started when Malicos was the newest Conquest character. I don't remember how long ago that was. Like, I want to say maybe 18 months, something in that area.
Like 2023. No, it's been way more than 18 months.
Has it?
18 months was Ray's Conquest cycle. Yeah.
Okay. I believe you. I would say he has fallen off enough where some of the other stuff is more important to you right now. Duel of the Fates, hard priority. Ahsoka after, Hondo after, JMK after. Do Mando once you get pause up. Once you get pause up, I would say Duel of the Fates is more important. Ahsoka is more important. I would say between Ahsoka and Hondo, you can probably get away with taking a quick detour into making Mommy Mandalore work. I don't think you have to, but if you're going to take the detour, I think that that's where you take the detour into Mommy Mandalore, is after Ahsoka. In terms of Zetas, man, that's something that takes me a long ass time. I've done Zeta data sheets for people before. That is hours and hours of work, is figuring out which one is good and which one is not good. And I do agree when it comes to the Lightspeed tokens to literally, like, if you're in the late game, prioritize whatever has the most Zetas, because it is more limiting to you than relic materials or gearing.
I hate Gear 12. Fuck Gear 12.
I don't like Gear 12, but you know, I'm almost through Gear 12. I have like 4 more characters, and the Cassian Lightspeed tokens will take care of that. Other than
I hope
IPD,
you never
and
engage with Gear 12 again.
I don't think you will have
Outside of
to.
like the Conquest units and Galactic Legends that I have to.
Yeah, and with Conquest units, you have 3 months every time. You know, like I keep a small amount around specifically for that. Shadow or Sin, do you have anything to add to this?
Not really. I kind of said my piece already.
Nah, I mean,
Okay.
I agree with everything you said.
We're good. Okay.
All right, fucking chill. Shut up.
Dion, do you have any other specific questions before we move on? Take a couple sips of water while we relax.
Oh, I do have one more thing to add, actually. I think you
Okay.
should relic 10 your entire first order.
No, go fuck yourself. Sin, there's a reason that Sin has the Vance Dunce Cap role on our Discord. It is a new role that a single person will always occupy until somebody else does something stupid.
It'll always be me.
Would you say getting new mall up as a priority for the LSTs of +5? Well, you only... So we were told that the Lightspeed tokens are going to stick around for that.
1 second, because I do have a request from Ani, which is you should look at his Balin.
I am aware of Ani's account and some of the weird shit that Ani has on his account, because Sleeping Gungalorian.
Man,
Let's check.
I'm pulling it up myself here because I'm expecting like a Relic 3.
He has a Relic 6 Bane. Relic 5
He's
Balin.
He's got a Relic 5 double Ami Balin. That's
Relic
about
5 Malakos. Because in my guild, we're doing this thing now where I am telling people there are 9 shitty characters as backups, but like we have a prize pool. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to do this shitty character. Yeah, I'm going to do this shitty character. So he keeps doing shitty characters for the guild and none of his good characters that he needs. Would you say getting new mall up is a priority for the LSTs of +5? You really only need to get them to 5 star as far as we know. Like I mean, as long as it stays the same,
I'm going
you only need to get them to...
We do not know that the LSTs are staying in the Legacy event. What we do know is that Cassian's event will have the LSTs.
I am almost positive. I am almost positive that Meathead on Discord confirmed that they will be around in the Legacy event for Maul. I am almost positive. I will not say 100% certainty, but
I do know
almost
the comments
positive.
you were talking about because I was active in the chat when it happened, and he did specify like 5 minutes later.
I know what you're talking about with Cassian. I am aware of that too. I am almost positive that he confirmed that they will still be there for the Legacy event. I'm not going to 100% confirm it.
Okay.
But I will say that if it remains the same and those LSTs stay there, you should only need 5 stars. And I do think it's worth just bringing those characters to 5 stars just in case.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So I do think bringing them there, it is worth it. But now they might say, you know what? Actually, now those LSTs are being moved to the 7 star tier. And we don't have a basis for that, right? Like we don't know if it's staying exactly the same, even if. So I would just keep them. I would bring them to 5-star right now to kind of stay safe. And
Relic
from
9 Inquisitor
looking-
Barrios. Relic 9 Inquisitor Barrios. That's the right answer. I'm sorry.
no, it's
That's
not.
what I'm hearing.
It isn't.
It's very
It
much
isn't.
the right answer.
It's not. No, it's not. We are going to revoke your brunch privileges. We're going to revoke your brunch
Thank God.
privileges going forward.
All right, Shadow, fuck you
all right.
too.
We're going to pop into Tiny Bubbles, who used to be from the House of the Hut, who is no longer of House of the Hut. I believe House of the Hut disbanded, but I used to like when he would say Tiny Bubbles of House of the Hut. He comes around and bothers me about once a year for a roster review. I guess he's now an Invictus. Egnards, Tiny Bubbles here from Invictus, all caps. Been looking forward to this. Fleet-wise, I'm always able to get top 5 with my Executor and Profundity. All the assault battles other than Perudia Patrol and Night Sisters have CT3 done. That is fair. That's fine. That's not too big of a deal. Currently, I'm working on my Leviathan. All I have left is finishing Revenant and Malik to R9. All the while, I'm looking to apply Zetas and Amis to DS Ray and Ezra. Also, currently, I'm shard farming the Pirates since my plan is to get Pico, and since Smugglers Run 3 is going to be worth the investment. Also, my guild is really killing it, so I'm required to get a few teams to R9. That being the Mandos for Mandalore, which if you're looking for a TB team, the Mandos for Mandalore is a nice one because typically guilds do Mandalore over 2 to 3 days, and it is a higher value. It is a much, much higher value CM than the other ones. Dion, I try, man. I try not to roast. I know you were looking for a roast, but I try not to be mean to accounts, but you do need to get those Duel of the Fates up. My guild is really killing it. Okay, Jabba to R9. You really only need to get Jabba plus a bunch of extras to R9. Phoenix to R8 for Lothal. I do need to get my Phoenix to R8 for Lothal too. Also, I've been given 2 platoons at R9, them being Bosch, Engine, and Luke. That's
best case scenario.
Man,
Those are fucking.
Your guild is nice. I'm handing out like Clone Sergeant Phase 1 as a platoon, and your guild is handing out Jedi Knight Luke. You won the fucking lottery there.
And Bausch at the same fucking time. Like, dog, what
Yeah.
the actual
Really nice
fuck?
one. Bausch is better than
Like,
Luke. Remember, for me, that's a
those-
nice one.
They're both really fucking good.
Normally, guilds don't hand out good ones. They just assume a bunch of people will do them. And then they're like, okay, who wants to do Bodhi Rook? And nobody volunteers. Though my guild is very good about volunteers. I gave them a huge list like a month ago, and we are 3/4 of the way through it. Finally, I also want to start finishing up the Stranger and Hate Fueled Mall. If there's anything you can think of to improve my farming, please let me know. You're amazing. Look forward to what you think of my roster and what I can do to make it better. Okay, Tiny Bubbles has been around for a while. I think there was some issue with the account at some point. You may have stepped away from the game at some point for at least a small amount of time. I'm going to say that you're somewhere between 11.5 and 12 million GP. Do we have any other guesses?
I would say also 11.5-ish.
I'm gonna say like 10.5.
10.5. I got Vance. You had a hacked account. And so Tiny Bubbles, 11.479. Right there on the cusp. Let's see. Kyber 3, we have Executor, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of 10 GL. So we're missing Ahsoka, Hondo, and C? No, we have C. Ahsoka, Hondo, we have Jabba. Who the else are we missing? We missing Leia? Wow. Missing Leia is a choice. Missing Leia is...
To be fair, I just remedied missing Leia.
It is a choice. It is a choice that people make. It is a wrong choice, especially when you have Profundity and Jabba and JML and you've hit 3 points in that square. Leviathan is right there. So obviously, we're talking about post Leviathan. Leviathan 40 chromium transistors. It looks like one R9 away from, yeah, one R9 Malik away from Leviathan. Leia is 1200 away. Ahsoka is 1100. Hondo is 1100. We still need Silvo for Hondo. Hey man, I appreciate it, Dion. Thank you. I will make sure to get myself a little bit proper drunk later. Hondo.
So
We have a lot
can
of
I?
shard farming on Hondo. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out something real fast because he said he was looking at Zetas and Amis on DS Ray and Ezra. I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and
Yeah.
throw out that I think that the Amis on Ray should not be a priority at literally at all.
Is the thing with DS Ray where nobody can die until you take your first turn on an Omicron?
Yes.
That is an Omicron, and that is the one that I was going to say. If we're going to do an Ami, it's going to be that one. That's the one you should do.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my one thing, was to say like that one I feel like is important for GAC, especially right now with the Vaincron.
But
Because that's
the
the only
other
way the rest of your
two-
team is getting turns.
Yeah, the other two I would say need to be a little bit of a lower priority, especially if you've got like other Amis that'll make like a difference. Like if you're
Yeah.
looking at Luthen or like Malikos, who is like practically unusable if you don't have his Amis. They
But
should
Malikos
take
is
priority.
also like a B- team now in the current meta. Like because he's lost Star Killer and because the other things have gained power. But I will tell Tiny Bubbles that when it comes to First Order, it is the only topic where I will defer to you in terms of what is good and bad. So I will agree with you on the understanding, of course, that the Omicron that keeps the entire team alive until everyone takes a turn is
It's a critical one.
incredibly useful, and it is the important one for DS Ray. I also think when it comes to Ezra, only one of them is really important. I don't remember which one it is if you don't have Ahsoka yet.
It's Daring Advance. The special,
Daring
the
Advance,
second
okay.
special.
The other two, I think you can use them with Ray, but like a lot of it isn't really useful with Ray.
Yeah,
One
it's
of
only
them
mainly, like,
is
useful with Ahsoka, mainly.
Yeah.
one of them is Mastery and Speed on Losing Exile, and the other is 25 stacks of Purgle Migration on the
Yes.
special and Backup Plan to Spectre. They're both just okay with
Yes.
Ray.
Correct. Like they do something, but they're underwhelming with Ray. How is Luthen? Is he realistic worth gearing? Luthen is a team you have. And now understanding Luthen's team is changing, right? With
Heavily.
the new Rebel fighters. So how worth it is, we don't know, but I presume it's going to be better. But in the current atmosphere, Luthen is a team that is worth investing in, but you have to fully invest in him. You cannot half-ass Luthen. You have to get the relic levels. You have to have him on with good mods. You need all of the Omicrons. You need his team to have the good mods. Otherwise, he underperforms. Now, again, because his team is fundamentally changing in 6 weeks, that may mean that something is less important. But as the game stands right now,
I think he's just gaining value. Yeah, he's just gonna gain value.
Yeah, he is gaining value, but like what I mean is, you know how so DS Ray, good example. DS Ray doesn't need all 3 Omicrons. Luthen right now needs all 3.
Does
but
he really?
In the future, Luthen is a team that you have to full commit to. You have to. You cannot half-ass Luthen. You need to full commit, otherwise the team is easy to beat. Like full commit. Now, with the new team, it might be like, oh, you only really need 2 Omicrons, and then he still fucks like a rabbit. Maybe. I don't know. We don't have access to that right now. But he is definitely gaining value as a character. Definitely
Luthen's
gaining
really
value.
good. Luthen is really good,
Yeah.
Dion. He's awesome. I pushed the R10 on him, and it's
Most
awesome.
I'm looking at
people,
that.
when he first came out, people felt underwhelmed by him. And I think it's because people didn't really understand him. And once people started to full invest in him, they were like, wow, actually, he's really good.
Man.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, he's so sick.
So I'm looking at sorry, I want to go back to the roster in question. I am looking at that, and I
Yep.
do think that, like he said, Leviathan is the current plan.
And it's very
Just an
quick. It's
R9
very
Malik.
it's one R9 Malik away. Yes. So that's we're not
Okay.
even talking about that. That's done. That'll be finished. That needs to happen first. Yes.
After
Now,
that,
when it comes to the other two, Hondo and Ahsoka are both very similar in terms of what they need left, except it looks like Ahsoka is closer. Well, Ahsoka's characters are accelerated. Hondo's
and
are not yet. And he has pretty similar shard farming.
here's the thing, right? Is he can LST a lot of what's happening here. Like, let me take a look at his Mandalorians real fast. So he has Bo. So his Mandalore LST can go to Padawan Sabine Red. That's a Relic 0 7-star right there.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
He can, like, it looks like he's somewhat invested in eras, but he's not going to 5-star, which means that, like, there's probably an LST happening like once every 3 weeks or so. We can take a
But
look at
now
those
you
and
said
be like,
let's go to his era stuff to see what that looks like right now, actually. So special.
it's 4-star level
all era
40.
unit. Okay. So 4-star, but now 4-star level 40, don't you get 2 LSTs for that?
You do. I was
Isn't it?
talking about Coliseum LSTs.
I know, but I'm also thinking about like in the next 6 weeks, 5 weeks to 6 weeks, that's 2 LSTs that he is also getting.
Yes. It also looks like he's got all of the important droids that can receive an LST, which means that the Huyang can get that droid LST,
Yeah.
leaving the like the Cassian event 4-star can be like Fulcrum and General Syndulla. Like,
Yeah.
this is the thing that he can skip a lot of the farm on, and that luxury is not there with any of Hondo.
Correct. I very, very, very yes. So Cassian comes in 2 weeks, and those LSTs will be there in 2 weeks. Correct. Or a week.
9
technically.
days.
A week
It's
and
closer
2
to
days.
1 week.
So I would strongly suggest pivoting to Ahsoka, but like Sin is saying, like look at the characters that you're not going to need to shard farm, like Padawan Sabine Wren, like Huyang with the droid LST, like Syndulla with an LST from Cassian, and you can completely ignore shard farming. And you can continue slow farming Hondo requirements right now while doing Ahsoka.
I am gonna throw one more thing on the General Syndulla topic. She's only an R5 rec. For
Yeah.
Ahsoka, so that Kyber LST will make her ready. But you should shortlist her for a 7-star because she is a core part of that theme. And I don't think
That's the
she
thing.
should be
So
shorthanding like that.
and when it comes to like a GL team, like I'm especially in a post Relic Delta, I'm not leaving anybody at R5. So that R6 is not wasted. We're talking about someone who needs high relic teams for TB as well. Ahsoka's team is a team that does, I mean, I'm not going to say take it to R9 because it looks like we're still in a position where we need specific R9s, but they are a team where you're going to take them to Relic 7 or Relic 8 for TB, for GAC, for TW, for everything else going into the game. So that R6 doesn't become wasted. But I would definitely do Ahsoka first while slow farming Hondo stuff. Otherwise, you're slowed down. And that's going to help you significantly with being able to get more R9s in the future. Like, hands down, no questions asked. I do
That
want to
event is so
see
fucking good, man.
Imperial Remnant. So you'll have the
Looks like only-
R7 Imperial Remnant at that point, because you'll have these guys up for Peridia Patrol for Ahsoka.
I would actually make those your next R7s if you're switching over to Ahsoka after Leviathan.
Yeah, of course,
Those
because
three
that's gonna.
remnants.
I love ads. That's why we watch on. That's why we watch on YouTube. Tiny Bubbles. We watch on YouTube because I don't push I push my ads manually there.
So
But if you
it
missed
looks
anything,
like
I would say Leviathan. Switch your stuff over to Ahsoka because you can do a lot of Ahsoka's shard farming with LSTs. Bring the Peridia boys to R7 pretty much immediately because you're going to need them for Ahsoka anyway, and they have the resource event. Slow farm your Hondo requirements in the meantime because that is where you're going to start to get, like, after Ahsoka, you're jumping right into Hondo.
I would disagree on that.
Why?
I think he should run into Leia after Hondo.
Let's see. I'm going to look at it before. Let's take a look. I actually forgot he didn't have Leia. 12, Lobot, Nessa, Wicket, Scout, Chief, Hondo. We will have.
And he's got like most of these people at relics. And I did note that he put the Empire LST onto Scout.
Okay. Correct. There it is. Big Boat is here, and that's all that matters. All that matters is R10 TIE Fighter pilot. Leia Hondo.
Leia and Hondo is the last two is such a like really rough position to put yourself into.
It is a rough position to put yourself into. Really, it is a rough position to put yourself, because I can make a case for both of them. My case for Leia would be that you're probably still farming Hondo requirements when you finish Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And we still have a little bit of time before we start to get those into being accelerated.
The other case to be made for Leia is that he's currently pushing Kyber 3 and Kyber 2. And
yeah, but Hondo
I don't
does
see
just as well in GAC.
If not better. Because of his defense viability, but I don't know how much of that is dependent on a datacron.
Well, we don't know because they keep giving us new datacrons for pirates. They're like,
That
hey,
are
by
so
the way,
fucking busted.
we know the datacron is not where is going away, so let's keep him on defense.
Right. But then we get shit like the Vaincron.
Yeah.
Fuck the Vaincron. But that's not what we're here for.
I think I'm gonna stipulate this by saying that I think whether you go for Leia or Hondo after Ahsoka, I don't think it matters. I think they're both viable. I know that we disagree, but I think I would still go for Hondo because I think because Leia and Hondo are both very viable in GAC, but I think Smuggler's Run 3 will give you more bang for your buck than you're getting from that shitty ass Leia event. And I'm thinking that Ahsoka is still going to take a little bit of time to get up and running. And you're slow farming Hondo stuff in the meantime. And while you're slow farming that Hondo stuff and after Ahsoka is done, you're still gearing up a lot of characters. So you still have time to slow farm more. And if you get stuck, you can always go after like, oh, I'm gonna work towards Leia, or I'm gonna work towards finishing my Phoenix to Relic 8 for Lothal right now, or I'm gonna work on my Mandos from Mandalore. But I strongly think it should be Ahsoka, Hondo, then Leia. Now, should he have done Leia 6 months ago? Probably.
Definitely.
But given the position we're in right this second, I personally think Ahsoka, Hondo, Leia, and other than the requirements that you need for your guild, like Bosch and Jedi Knight Luke, I would say the other stuff is not as important. My Phoenix team is still R7, R8, right? Like they're not even doing the Lothal mission right now, though I'm in a position that I should start to consider that. But I
like
very strongly believe that. Yeah.
It looks like he's full clearing like some pretty tough defenses without Leia. So I will back off on the Leia point because it looks like he's gotten used to not having Leia even in Kyber. So I think Hondo will be better even for GAC.
And again, Hondo and Leia are both very strong GAC contenders. Both of them
absolutely.
are very strong GAC contenders. So it's
That's
not
why
like you're going, this one's good and this one's not.
Right. And that's why I did just go back and look at like the GAC history and see like where he was performing. It looks like he's full clearing like a good majority of the time.
Yeah. But I would say that is your goal right now. You want to start to finishing up the Stranger for Hate Fueled Maul. Where is Stranger? Stranger's R7. Having an R7 Stranger with but like an R9 Star Killer is definitely a choice.
Platoon wreck, almost without a doubt.
Yeah, but like if I had an R9 Star Killer, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna be bringing Stranger up a little bit higher than that. And now because you don't have Maul, if you don't have Maul, I'm gonna say, oh, use him on offense, not on defense. But still, we have to look
keeping in mind that like
units.
even our R2 Maul is just like a brick fucking wall. He does have a 4-star R2 Maul.
He does. Okay. All area units. Yes. 5-star, 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 5. The problem with telling someone to go after Maul right now is we don't know the cadence. We don't know.
We don't even
like,
know what it looks like. Yeah.
We don't know what his event looks like. We don't know if it's 6 months from now. We don't know if it's 7 months from now. We don't know anything about it. Should you probably be slow farming these characters as a bare minimum? Probably. Because we don't know when it's going to come around a third time. We don't have that information because the cadence is changing. But I definitely think after Leviathan, it is Ahsoka, it is Hondo, and then it is Leia.
To put you a little bit at ease about Maul's event, I think that like all of the era events going forward will end up being structured in this way. So I think once we have Maul, we'll be able to look at this and be like, okay, well, we're looking at Andor era right now, and like we're suspecting this is a raid team. And if it turns out to be a raid team, then the era of Andor characters are going to be a better thing to focus into than Maul. And that sucks to say because Maul's kind of fucking goated.
I do think that once we know Mauls, it will be similar between all of them. I need to be faster in these men. Yeah, because I'm slow and I've only had one coffee, Snorlax.
I'm very scared of like advising eras right now because of the amount of just unknown around them is so garbage.
Well,
there's a shroud of mystery.
when I give a roster review, right, I can only go off of information that's known.
Right.
I can't go on. I can advise people, hey, to be careful, but I can only go on the information that is known, and information is constantly changing. But I definitely think that the goal right now, based on the information we have, is Ahsoka, Hondo, Leia. For Ezra, what was the Omicron?
It was Daring Advance. His second special, the big
Okay, Daring Advance. Daring Advance for Ezra. And then for Ray, it's whatever one makes sure nobody dies until everybody gets a turn.
He already got all
Um,
3 on both of them, so
He does?
he does. I did pull it up in game. He's got all 3 on both of them.
So then why is he asking about Ezra?
Well, check
No,
the
he
date.
doesn't. What are you talking about? Are you looking at the wrong account?
I was looking at both.
I'm looking at
And
Tiny
did I
Bubbles right
miss?
now. Ezra Bridger, 5, Relic 5. DS Ray has all 3 already.
Dia has all 3.
What was the what about Spider Mall Amis? That depends on what your guild does in TW. I applied one
Yeah.
of them, but like my guild does not do TW, so I literally don't care about having those on him. I kind of did it just because I'm in a spot where I look at my current Omicron needs and I am not excited by any Omicron. Right? I don't go, oh shit, I don't have that one. I need that one.
You're just gonna
All right.
ignore the Rebel Fighter one for the era?
The Rebel, what? For
The
the
Rebel
era?
Fighter TV one for the era? Shut up.
The Rebel Fighter one for the era isn't out yet.
Yeah, but like it will be shortly.
It depends because the team might not need it. There are often teams that do not need the Omicron.
Yeah,
So
like Mace.
Mace needs the Depot Omicron if you want to auto, and I want to auto.
Yep.
I will. But I'm not even looking. I'm talking about like right now, looking at what I can actively apply. I have like 140, I think, Omicron materials. I'll pull it up. Where is my game here? Right, and my characters.
Well,
Omicron
60 of them
ability
are probably
upgrades.
spoken for.
Wrong thing here. So I have 147. 3 of them are going to Satil. But when I look at what I have left for Omicrons, there's nothing that I'm like, oh shit, I need this. A lot of them are TW. Some of them are TB ones that I don't need. I still don't have the Saw one. I always used Mon Mothma with Luthen, and it worked very well for me. She still gets holds. And now I'm not going to apply it. It
Yeah, because you
doesn't
don't
make any sense to apply it at this point. So I don't, I applied it because I had the material and I was like, oh, I'm gonna apply one, just see what happens.
You hate my first order. You left you gave the territory one and left off the territory war one and left off the GAC one. I'm so sad, Egg.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about is it TIE Pilot or whatever that has
Yeah,
it,
it's
or
for a TIE
regular TIE
pilot.
Pilot?
You get Phasma hers.
I am not doing shit with that. I did Phasma for hers when Phasma's first came out, because when Phasma's first came out, it was a very good contender.
Goated. Yeah.
It was one of those ones. And my guild does not do TW much, but if we see a single Omicron that people are really having trouble with, we will recommend it and say, hey, this will make it easier to win without trying. And then we'll recommend it and say, you don't have to do it, but like it'll help us. And Phasma was that. Droideka was that for us. These were ones that when they first came out, they were highly annoying to fight.
So I have to ask why the General Syndulla and Padawan Sabine Wren haven't made that list.
For Omicrons?
Yes.
Because they had them, like that team seems to do pretty well without them. Like I don't need something. When we're talking about TW, we're not talking about it like, oh, this makes them 20% better. We're talking about, look, this is a team that sucks and is easy to get, and one Omicron for some reason makes everybody blocked there. I'm not making people do extra Omicrons, especially now where TW means even less.
Wait, when did this turn into Egnards roster review? Shut up.
Well, you started asking about my roster.
I did.
You did. That's why.
I did. I know.
All right. We have one more to do for today. And then I'm going to see Project Hail Mary again, because that movie is fucking goated.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
supposed
Going to the
to see Flower.
IMAX.
I was supposed to see it with Flower on Friday, but like we had a really fucking long weekend with people, and like we were both just fucking dead by the time it came around. We were like, well, we'll reschedule.
Did you just say reschedule?
I said reschedule.
Nope.
I've
You said
never said
reschedule.
schedule. I've
You
never said
100%.
schedule in my life.
It was reset.
You 100.
Reschedule. I can't even say that.
I heard reschedule.
You
It
heard
was
wrong. I was just talking fast, but I did say reschedule.
it was reschedule, and I'm gonna give you shit for it because you give me shit about pause and paz or whatever. It was reschedule.
suck
They're
my
all gonna
dick.
say it. You have to buy me dinner first. We got one
I
more.
will
We have
not be buying dinner.
Estefano's.
I'll not be buying you dinner. Suck my dick.
I am a classy bitch. I need dinner bought for me. I need to be wined and dined. See, Snorlax says you said it wrong. Estefano, Fleet Arena, mix of the big three ships. Comfortably can get into the top three if I'm lazy. Finally have a fleet Discord. Cool whip. You want some cool whip? Hey Brian? Shadow, do you want some cool whip?
Yeah.
We're gonna try to kill Lois with cool whip. Assault battles, they look to be all there. Places of Power is interesting at CT2 still right now. Fanatical Devotion.
That was a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass, but DS Ray makes it easier to do. Fanatical Devotion is CT1. Duel of the Fates is R7. So, and Estefano's here often enough to know that I'm going to give him shit about that, most likely.
I feel like Egg doesn't read because we do see DS Ray at 220 out of 330.
No, it's not that I didn't read. It's that I'm not there yet. You're looking down at the Proving Grounds thing. I'm still in the first paragraph.
I figured you read this before and did your homework.
No, I don't read roster reviews beforehand.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my fault.
What do you? I might like browse them to see if there's anything like super interesting, but I don't read them beforehand because I'm not going to spend an hour reviewing it beforehand just to review it again. That's silly. Currently working on the avalanche of Conquest characters, starting with Bane and Stranger, followed by Queen Amidala with R9 Poncho Bros, and Luthen for Cassian. After that, I'm all in on Leviathan and gas into Ahsoka. Are you dead set on continuing? No. How highly do you value efficiency versus fun farm? 70-30. I like to be as efficient as possible, but if there's a team that looks fun, I'll try to fit them into the plan. Are there any favorite characters you want to prioritize, even though it's not smart? Not currently, but maybe Leviathan would fit there. No, I disagree. Leviathan does not fit into not smart because even though you're hitting top three, the best time to farm a new fleet is when you don't need that new fleet because you might not need to bring it to 7 stars. And you can get free crystals while you're working, or not, you're not getting free crystals, but you can not waste crystals while you don't need Leviathan at 7 stars. And once you need Leviathan at 7 stars, you can say, oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend 15,000 crystals instead of 27,000 crystals.
Yeah, don't be a sin about capital ships. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Go after the capital ships. Now, one thing I will recommend with Leviathan, though, is, or with any capital ship, if you're not going to full it to 7, I do think it's worth refreshing at least once a month to speed up the timeline overall. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's take a look at the account. Lots of Conquest units that are not done. Queen Amidala is 300 to 30. DS Ray 220. Fury class 320. So I'm going to say 8 million.
I'd say like 7.5.
7.5 Shadow.
10.5. Yep, 10.5.
10.5. If it's a 10.5 with no Fury class, no DS Ray, it's going to make me cry.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was like, the Proving Grounds make me hesitate on that high.
Yeah, I might be wrong.
Yeah, but we've seen some crazy shit. All right, 7.3. I'm on point today.
I said 7.5. Actually, eat the entirety of my ass.
Did I say you were wrong?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's in 5
Yeah.
first.
Hey, Sin, do you want to schedule that? Hmm? You want to schedule a cool whip bath?
All right, let's see. We have Executor here. Now, here's what I'm going to say. At 7.5 million, I don't think R9 Duel of the Fates is a mandatory thing, but I do think it is a good thing to do. I definitely by 10 million you need it, but I do think it's a smart, efficient thing to do is getting them there.
I'm crying over this first order. This pains me so deeply.
Do you want to farm the first order?
Leia, Jabba, being at 7.5 million and only having 2 GL is interesting to me.
3. There's a JML with 3
There's a
Zayas.
JML that's just not at the bottom. Oh, he's below. I don't even look that low when I'm just looking for GLs. I know it's only 1 row bottom below, but I only look at these top 2 rows because that's where I expect to see them.
I filtered a GL just to make sure that somebody doesn't have like a Gear 12 layout like my dumbass did for a second there.
Silly goose.
No,
Some of
fuck you.
There is one guy who has no GLs at like 12 million. Like it's just been a personal choice, and I really love that person because I feel like it's just a very funny thing to do. And I
He
would
did fix that and unlocked like 4 of them in a row. It's Boomer, right?
No, I saw it on Reddit. I don't know who it was, but I really would love to see somebody with an account get every requirement to every GL done and unlock them all on the same day. Like that to me would be so funny.
Is also a no GL haver.
Well, because running ball man, I think just takes characters to R5 so that he can do the galactic challenges thing at the Civil War thing, Galactic War thing to see if they can.
He also does have 4 GLs. I fully
solo.
just lied to you.
Thanks. I see how it is. All right. Let's take a look. We have the gear tracker. Oh, I did it right that time. Hondo, we're nowhere near. Jedi Mace, we don't care about. Balin is done. Ahsoka, nowhere near. Bo-Katan should be done. Leviathan, we are 1,000 away. We still have some farms that need to happen there.
Like Fury class.
Well, Fury class is at 320 of 330, and Conquest ends tomorrow.
That's a tomorrow unlock. Yeah.
The next 6 months constantly ticking far. Listen, Zap, I don't even care. It's one of those things that if I had the time to make that account, I would do it because it's just so funny to me. No Grand Inquisitor, Star Killer, Lord Vader. We are not close to very much at all. Sith C, we don't really care about C this juncture in the game. Jedi Knight.
That's crazy.
This is interesting. Kylo Ren, I don't know if you bought like a one, like, because sometimes the Kylo Ren bundles are in 2, right? So did you buy half of a bundle? It's just so interesting that Kylo Ren is so much closer than everybody else is far.
I think those are all LSTs, given they're all R5.
Just LSTs. Okay. I mean, I would definitely finish Kylo at this point because he's that much closer than everybody else.
No, we love Kylo. Don't listen to anybody who says otherwise.
Kylo was, I told you this already, it was my last GL that I unlocked before I was
and you're wrong for that.
It was the game was in a different place at that point is another important thing to remember.
No, you're just wrong, and that's fine. But you are fully wrong for that.
Working on Leviathan. No, I don't think so. Okay, so we still have those at 7-star. We're going to keep those at 7-star. Stranger, let's see what we're looking at here. Stranger is currently working on your Conquest units. I don't know how close your Stranger is or how close your Bane is, because you mentioned them and you're currently working on, but you didn't put them in your Proving Grounds characters, which is interesting. Ezra, not super important to you. You don't have Rey, and you don't have Leia. not Leia, Ahsoka. You could arguably use him with Jedi Master Luke right now, but not going to be super great for you.
He's not the transformative character with JML that he is with like Rey
Yeah.
and Ahsoka.
Queen Amidala, I definitely. Okay, Stranger is a tomorrow unlock. Bane is a tomorrow unlock. Ezra, we don't have to worry about. Queen Amidala, are you refreshing Queen Amidala tomorrow? Is that your plan or no? Because then that means Queen Amidala is a next month unlock, which is actually fine. I don't even think I would recommend refreshing her because you're going to have a lot on your plate between Bane and Stranger. Bane is hard mandatory. Yeah, Bane is mandatory because it's a single character. Like, he's transformative on his own, and don't be an Ani. R7 is the literal bare minimum. I hate anyone who does not bring Bane to at least R8, though. Mine is R9.
It's 8.
It's what?
I think mine is 8.
8.
He's either 8 or 9
Mine's
for
8.
Give me $66,000 in 3 years, and I promise you I can unlock all GLs at the same time for the most watched video of all time. I don't even know if it'll be the most. I think people will be like, I don't give a shit, but I would find it very funny if I had $66,000 to give. Bane is a hard requirement. I would strongly recommend Bane because it's a by himself thing. Where is our Star Killer? Star Killer's at 7. We could use regular
Not
Maul.
only is it a by himself thing, it's also a 2 Zeta 1 Ami thing.
Yes, it's on the cheaper end of those things.
Yeah. I think Bane should be priority 1 here of the tomorrow unlocked, really.
Bane is your priority 1. Stranger, again, is going to be an offense-only character right now without the other Maul. But you do have the Conquest Maul. So I would probably focus on Bane. I would focus on Old Conquest Maul. I would focus on Stranger after that because I just feel like you're going to want your Maul in there for right now in order for Stranger to work really well. What?
I was asking if we saw Star Killer, and we did.
Yes, Star Killer is R7.
Yeah.
Should you bring Tiny Bubba? Should you bring Stranger to R9 since SK is R9? I would bring Stranger at least to R8 personally. I would work on Bane, then I would work on Maul, then I would work on Stranger, right? I would work on my Leviathan as your, like, I wouldn't say it's a background farm, but I would say Leviathan's kind of like your secondary big farm because it's not as needed right now. I would say that SLKR is your primary big farm right now because of just how much closer you are to it compared to literally anything else. You have all of these other minor farms. Ahsoka 1812, Hondo 2230. We have no gas right now. Gas is something we're working on. Okay, I like it. Gas into Ahsoka is where I would definitely go next, but I would definitely finish SLKR first.
Make sure you're saving your GT1.
What's GT1?
GET1 for gas because that
Get one,
ass farm.
It takes forever.
It's like
it takes forever. It takes forever. Save those things now. So Bane, Maul, Stranger, in that order, are your short term. That's what you're focused on right now in the short term. Leviathan is your secondary farm. You said you're doing it mostly with tokens. Good, great, fine. That's completely fine. SLKR is right now your primary farm with gas into Ahsoka. Now, with that said, DS Ray is at 220. When DS Ray is a thing, when you have her unlocked, I would not refresh for DS Ray, but when you have DS Ray unlocked, you're going to want her for SLKR. Queen Amidala, you're definitely going to want because you already have the other part of that vehicle. So it's going to be a very long journey. But the major part of your journey is Bane Maul Stranger, that order, Leviathan, your secondary farm, SLKR into gas into Ahsoka. I know you want to just go straight gas into Ahsoka, but because of how close you are to Kylo comparatively, and because of how transformative he is as an offense GL in GAC, it's just somebody that you want to have. He's one of my Swiss Army knives where I go, okay, I can take out any team right now because I have an SLKR. Is it worth pushing Faz to 300? I don't know what that means. 300. Sure, you mean to like
Speed?
7 stars?
300 speed? Fuck no.
To speed? Oh, I guess it must be speed. What you do with Phasma and TW depends on where you are in the game. Like, Phasma's not even a thing in the late game anymore.
300 speed Phasma, so we're clear, is like 25 speed secondaries across the board. Fuck no, don't do that.
That's
If
crazy.
Sin is telling you not to do that, that's a big deal because Sin has, I don't even want to say a half chub, like just full on throbbing for First Order. You have 9K Erodium tokens. You mean like when you say Erodium tokens, do you mean the arrow ones? Is that what we're talking about?
Boarding.
I assume 9K means like the Era Coliseum currency.
That's my assumption, is that we're talking about those. I personally, at your level, would just always be buying. Oh, because he wants to buy the Erodium tokens. I get it.
Yeah.
I would always be buying those 5K tokens, and I would be putting them. I'd be putting them towards your most beneficial farms. Now, I don't keep track of what farm is farmed where. I should do that. I should put it in a website or in a sheet so it's easier to look at than like having to constantly type it. But
Cantina
I
farms
would
are good
put it
for
towards
skipping.
Cantina farms first. So any Cantina farms for Leviathan, for Kylo, or for Ahsoka, or for gas, if you can cut out the Cantina part of that farm, do it. That is
For
your
Kylo,
first and foremost priority. What?
For Kylo, give me 1 second. I can tell you which ones are. So Fox is not done. That's a Cantina. Crew's
Okay.
the other Cantina, and he's done. So Fox should be priority 1 for
There you go.
for Kylo.
There is one right there. Is Fox as a Cantina farm. You cut out anything that you can cut out Cantina farm for any of your current farms. They are your first priority.
And Veteran Smuggler,
100%.
you do have at 7 stars already, so he's just gearing, so less priority. But he's
Less
also
priority,
a Cantina
yes.
farm.
Right. But as he's 7-star, you don't get the Cantina benefit. But I would
Right.
recommend out of any of the farms we've isolated, just say, oh, it's a Cantina farm. Let's just cut that shit out right now. Once you have the Cantina farms out of the way, I would do just whatever you're furthest away from in terms of
Or the most annoying
sharding,
gear
in terms of
12.
correct. Right? But always towards something that you're currently working on, even if it's your tertiary farm, even if you're not going to get benefit from it for 3 months, get rid of the most annoying ones first. Mainly, that's going to be your primary thing right now. Yes, but anything that you can cut a Cantina farm out that is related to SLKR, Gas, or Ahsoka, right? Because we look at Gas. Let's just see. I know he's not here, but like, what is his name? Arc, right? Like you don't have Arc Trooper unlocked. Well, you don't need Arc Trooper for Gas. You need the other guys for Gas, but Arc Trooper is part of the Gas team.
Any of them for
No,
gas.
so you don't need it. You don't need it. Never mind. You don't actually need the team for Gas. But it's if you want the Gas team, that would be a good one. Do you need the Gas team?
I assume
Not
you need
as
the gas.
much. You don't. I mean, it's a good team. I think it's worth deviating. Perfect, thank you, because I don't have any use for a token at the moment. You have a lot of use for a token, right? Because anything that you need to shard farm to, just get these characters as high as you can. Now, the Erodium tokens, actually, now that I'm thinking, are those even 7-star?
They are 6-star, but that is still
6-star,
half
but it
the
still
fucking
cuts out a
farm
lot
skip.
of it. It cuts out a lot
Like
of it.
his Fox is not even unlocked right now.
Yeah. But now
That's
here's
230,
the other thought that we
300.
have. All era units. It looks like a lot of your era units are 5-star, but not all of them are 5. Like Cinta is, Vel is, Clea isn't, Deidre might be. We don't know because we're still working on that event. If you're planning on 5-starring these guys for Cassian, it might be beneficial to save the Cantina farms for those Lightspeed tokens too. Then
I would not. I would not hold on Fox at all, given that he's an R5 rec, and you can do that at 6-star, and you're not going to use him. You don't use him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. No.
you don't.
I
You don't
was
use them,
I was thinking of the new requirements, and I was like, oh, I guess you're right. You don't actually need to bring him to 7 stars now with the new way to do GLs.
Yeah, that really does not get easy. So.
Right. But in general, with Cantina farms, if my stipulation will be, if a Cantina farm within what we've isolated does need to go to relic to above R5, save it for one of the Kyber LSTs, because then you can get it to 7 stars. Fox doesn't need to go to 7 stars, only needs to be 6 stars, so that is fine there.
You said
but
gas
when you
into
look at
Ahsoka, right?
Gas into Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Yes.
so something like General Syndulla would be a good target for a Cassian LST instead of an Erodium LST from Coliseum.
Correct, because it is 7-star. And if
It
you're
is- it is a
planning to
7-star
go,
Cantina.
if you're planning to do the gas team just because you're like, well, I have gas now, Arc Trooper is also a Cantina farm.
There is one Cantina farm that I say don't skip with an LST, and that is Drogon, and only because he shares a node with his ship that is transformative to a fleet. You're hitting that node anyways.
Well, also, Sith Assassin and Sith Fighter are on the same node too.
I just kind of expect those people. Sith Assassin and Sith Fighter are on the same node?
Yeah.
I thought that they were.
Oh, that's kind of fucking crazy,
Same
actually.
with the Crew and TIE Silencer.
Yeah, so like Sith Assassin, you're not gonna wanna speed up Sith Assassin because you're gonna need to farm that node anyway.
Yeah, you're just wasting
Syndulla.
LST on.
Zap, we actually talked about that earlier on. Syndulla only needs R5, but I think it was on Dion's maybe roster review where, yes, you want that team at least R7, probably R8, honestly, so it's not wasted there. You do want to bring her higher than R5. Estefano, I know we jumped around a lot with these LSTs, but do we have anything else? Any other questions? If we don't have any other questions, we will start to wrap up. We will next week do an egg draws. I don't think I've ever done an egg draws with people on. It seems like I need focus. I need to focus on egg draws. It literally takes all of my focus to do it.
No, I think that'd be funny.
I need to be paying attention. Otherwise, I'm like, what is going on? And it's already something that that stresses me out for whatever reason when I'm doing those. That said, we are nearing the 3-hour mark. I have stuff to do today. I have things that need to go on. Shadow and Sin, thank you for joining me for members brunch. Who was asking Phil? First of all, Auntie, good morning. I know you reached out. You came in towards the end. Wep, Phil is on vacation right now. He definitely released a video while I was streaming just to piss me off. I'm home all next week because of spring break. You may see some TB-oriented early morning brunch streams because I also can't be on when my wife is here because she's working. So you might see a 6 a.m., hey, we're doing day 2 of TB or whatever else. Keep a lookout. But I appreciate you guys joining, and that's it for today. Do you guys have anything?
Nah, thanks for always for having me.
When are you gonna let me into your guild, Egg?
I already answered that like 16 times.
No, you hate me.
Okay.
You don't
We're going
hate
to
me.
end on yes.